That's right. Back live, Kdqn 92.1 with the Morning Brew. Good morning to all of you out there listening and everybody going to be joining us on Facebook Live. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Hey, that's a voice I ain't heard in a bit.
I know.
Back from COVID.
Back from COVID.
Your second rising.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody's been missing you.
Yeah.
Taking time off for COVID. Oh, is that
Yeah.
what a
I know.
millennial?
Yeah.
I don't think you would have enjoyed my presence.
Probably not. I have my bow
miserable.
with that fun stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
Glad to see you back in the land of the living, though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You said you went outside yesterday and
I did.
in the sun, just
Yeah.
sat there and rejuvenated. And
Yeah.
It was really nice and warm. And and then I went right back inside.
I did the same thing. I was outside smoking a cigarette after the whole ordeal and just
Yeah.
like, there's sun. Like just walked out into it like a
Yeah.
zombie.
Yeah.
Like,
It feels like, you just fought a war.
yeah.
And now you can finally breathe a
Yeah.
little bit.
Oh, I had PTSD.
Yeah, I do too. That was dramatic.
Hey, good thing about being sick is really makes you appreciate being well.
Yeah.
You got to
Yes.
be sick every once in a while to just really enjoy the feeling of being well.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah. Got to experience a little pain or sadness to enjoy the happiness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was like that about being sick that day that you're not sick anymore. You're like, oh, I mean, you like go run a 5K.
Yeah.
You know, you just
Changed
walk
my whole
around town
life.
saying hi to everybody. And
I don't know, like the COVID, it just makes you really weak, though.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it probably puts you in a funk for a while too.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, my hand was shaking when I was pouring coffee this morning. I was like, that ain't right.
You have that COVID funk for about a month or so. Yeah. You
Yeah.
still feeling it there?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's just me. I don't
You
know.
just leaning into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it's the COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was feeling fine Thursday. I saw you guys Thursday night very briefly, and then woke up at 3 in the morning, and I was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, man.
Well, thanks for not sharing.
Yeah.
You're much
yeah.
welcome.
Yeah. So yeah, it's over the whole weekend. Sometimes it's like, okay, I don't want to be sick for the weekend, but it really is the best time
It is.
to be sick at the same
yeah.
time, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hate it. I remember, what was it, in December? I think it was. There was like just 3 weekends in a row, like different sicknesses, you know.
That was bad.
I don't remember what that was, but that was
That was like everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was talking all kinds of people.
Yeah.
Old people, young people, strong people, weak people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people that never get sick, people that get sick all the time. Everybody
Yeah.
had something going on back in December.
Yeah,
I
for
had
sure.
scarlet fever.
Oh yeah.
Like, that is
Yeah.
so weird.
I thought that was cured like 250 years
Yeah.
ago.
Nobody gets it anymore.
You know what that is.
Yeah.
I did do an experiment this weekend, and I found things you shouldn't watch when you have a fever. And the
And you
number,
watched it?
yep, and the number one thing was Alone, the show.
Really?
That was
okay.
devastating to me. I don't know why, because I kind of felt like I was in their
Yeah,
shoes. That
of course.
was me.
Yeah.
That
And
would
it
be
was horrible.
alone out in the Alaskan wilderness, sick.
Sick.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine that being a trip when you have a fever. Like, you're just imagining you can experience the hunger, the cold, the exposure. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
So what else? Did you watch The Last of Us?
I finally watched that last night.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was a great episode.
I didn't watch it yet. I'm going to watch
okay,
it
yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the
Good.
season finale?
No, that will be this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, already.
I know, it makes me sad.
Wow. And but there'll be more seasons?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just the whole waiting in between.
Of
It'll
course.
be a year, 2 years.
Yeah. I remember Allie being like, why are they always doing that now? I was like, well, this is HBO. They've always done it. You know, like where they release it episode to episode. Most streaming services just dump a season out.
Kind of how they've done it forever.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't until I guess it was like Amazon that would just like throw the whole season on there.
Netflix
you know.
would too.
Yeah.
Remember when they did it with Arrested Development, that new season they
Oh,
did? They
yeah.
just dumped the whole thing. And whenever they come out with a new show, they just throw it out. They don't do like weekly new episodes. And at least, not then.
Right.
I think they do it now, maybe. Like, I think Love is that new Love show, Love Island or whatever it is. I
Yeah.
think that one's episode to episode. Who's waiting for that?
Yeah. I like waiting for each episode each week. It
Yeah?
reminds me of Game of Thrones, right? That was their big thing too, and
Yeah.
I don't know. It just draws it out
Yeah.
because then we're just watching it in a whole weekend, and you got nothing to look forward to for another 2 years.
Right.
Kind of lets you savor it a little bit more,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Is that you watch it week to week, and then when the last episode comes out, then like, hey, we're gonna have it on DVD, or they're gonna start showing the reruns.
Yeah.
And then you could go, by the time that the last episode came out, you kind of forgot what happened in the first episode, so you need to go back and see that anyways.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
You know, if you just binge it all in a weekend, then it's done. You know,
done.
Yeah,
Done.
yeah. That's what I feel like I'm doing with Breaking Bad right now. Not binging it, just one episode, 2 episodes a day.
Yeah.
You know,
a little bit here or there.
Yeah, exactly.
Pepper it throughout
Pepper
your
it
life.
if I can. Yeah, during naps, Miles naps.
There's a show that Caitlin and I have been watching for years because for whatever reason, Caitlin refuses to binge watch it. I think we watch 1 episode a year or something. I think we missed last year's episode. So
No.
we got 2 to catch up on this year. But
That's a binge.
yeah,
2
Yeah.
episodes.
It's a show she loved when she was a kid. I finally found it like on DVD, and I got it for Christmas for like 5 years ago. We would watch like 1 episode a week, and we got to the 3rd episode, and she's like, okay, we got to stop watching
Yeah,
it.
going too fast.
We're going too fast, and then I think we just forgot about
Yeah.
it.
What show is that?
It's called Firefly.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
It's supposed to be one of the best shows of all time.
Really?
Or like a lot of people say. Yeah,
Yeah.
1 season canceled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just 1 season, maybe 2, or no, that's the season and then a movie.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so got the season, got the movie, and it was really good. I have completely forgot. Barely,
Sure.
it's like in a spaceship.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah. No, if you look at like the list of some of the best shows, Firefly makes it onto it consistently.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I've never seen it though.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
well,
so.
we're taking our sweet time. That's
Yeah.
for sure on
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, because that's all you got.
It's all,
That's all you
it's just
got.
the 1 season. Yeah, so we got to stretch that out for the rest of our life.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Watch
Man.
the last episode. It's like, well, I guess I'm going to die tomorrow.
Yeah.
But, got to watch that episode tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If an asteroid is coming, you just got to sit and watch the whole thing.
Oh. Oh, man.
Caitlin says on Facebook, "I just don't want it to be over."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So yesterday, we got some of Allie's furniture out of storage.
Oh,
So
nice.
she had a couple dressers and a chest and a lazy boy.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no.
It's in the baby's room.
Yeah.
All right, for rocking baby purposes.
No,
But
Yeah.
that's where it's Tyler's room now.
I was like, let me just try it out. And and then like,
You turned into a dad,
Yeah.
finally.
And you're like, kitchen's on fire, and you're like, ah,
I don't
yeah,
care.
yeah.
It
Too
is
comfy.
the comfiest thing I've ever sat on. It's been a while since I sat on a lazy boy. Not since I worked at a furniture store.
Yeah.
Just to test it out. Yeah, got to
Yeah,
test
you got
out.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You got to know your product.
Exactly. Holy cow, man. It's like a bigger one too. It's like a big man's one.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're not moving this into the living room, There's no room for it. I'll throw
Yeah.
out all the other couches.
Yeah.
Holy cow. That
It's
is
a
like
game changer, huh?
yeah, decadence is what I would call it.
I have been trying to avoid having one just for that.
Yeah.
I feel like once I sit in it, I'll never get out of it.
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just sat in it and reclined back, and I was like just chilling in there while Miles was sleeping. It's just like, I don't care. It's so comfortable. Yeah. But then I ended up, so we were moving it in. I was taking all the drawers out. We were just kind of cleaning it of any cobwebs and stuff.
Sure.
Taking the drawers out. And then I'm trying to fit this one drawer back in. It's got these metal things on the whatever you call it, the slot that it goes in.
Yeah.
Cut myself on one.
Ouch.
Right on the finger there. Doesn't look like much.
Yeah. No, that hurts when it's right there.
It does hurt a little bit, but it bled like a crazy, I pulled my hand back. Yeah, barely. It felt like a pinch, And then he's like, "Oh, did you cut yourself?" I was like, "No," And I looked down, and this thing is just dripping blood. Yeah. And I go, I'm like trying to get cool water on it. I'm trying to stop the bleed. It just wouldn't stop.
Interesting.
I don't understand. Something's wrong with me. It wasn't clotting.
It's
It took
sensitive
forever.
little things, little part right there, the
Yeah.
side by the fingernail. Yeah.
What?
Were you lifting and stuff before it happened?
Yeah. Yeah, a little
Like
bit.
lifting weights.
Yeah. I was lifting.
I was just wondering if you're like lifting stuff and maybe, the blood was going to your hands.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No beer, no alcohol, no aspirin or whatever that blood thinner is.
Yeah.
So I was a little put off by that.
Have to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put you down.
Yeah, I did my own first aid
Yeah.
where I sprayed the stuff and then
So you
put
got
a
a
damn Band-Aid on.
dresser for the baby?
Yeah, we have one.
Yeah,
We've
okay.
had one. That one's for the room. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
They're
then-
handy.
They are,
yeah.
yes, of course. And over the weekend, Allie got herself a betta fish.
Oh, yeah,
nice.
fighting fish.
Yeah, fighting fish.
I love those.
Japanese fighting fish.
Yeah, get you another one.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you have some entertainment for
Yeah.
a minute or so.
Whoever
Yeah.
wins
Yeah.
gets to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
But
get it in another jar, put them next to each other.
Yeah, yeah.
And watch them just go crazy.
yeah. No, it's nice having like a fish tank. Yeah, that's one of the best things. You just watch it, you know, and
They're really calming.
yeah, for sure. So I was looking up some things to get with bettas. She doesn't want to put any more fish in there, which I understand. But there are fish that can coexist
Yeah.
with them. But I'm going to get some shrimp up in there.
Nice.
Yeah, a couple shrimps.
Yeah.
Pet shrimp.
Yeah, pet shrimp. Shrimps are
Yeah.
cool to watch.
They
I
are.
think when in a fish tank, and they're better than anything for keeping the place clean. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like those big ones. What are those?
Yeah.
Mantis shrimps?
Yeah,
maybe?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
Those
are
are
cool.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
I
like
just-
throw food in there and they'll just like clean it up.
Yeah, yeah.
You
can
get one
get-
of those sucker fish. I don't think.
Yep.
The
Nope.
mastakai or whatever.
They don't mess with bettas.
Yeah,
Yeah, bettas
yeah.
don't really mess with not a whole lot of things.
And
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
other
Yeah, yeah.
bettas. So
Yeah.
and those ones the placostomai I think is plural. I don't know. Some everyone those sucker fish.
Yeah, yeah.
They
Yeah.
get big, but they don't eat. They just clean the inside of the tank for you.
Yeah.
Right. And then that beta's like that's big fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't mess with me. I don't mess with you. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
And you can get a catfish that's really cool with them. Yeah, a little catfish. So that'd be cool. But
we had a
we're
buddy.
wanting
You
to-
remember that he had like 100 and or no, maybe it was bigger. Maybe it was 200-gallon tank. Big
Huge,
one.
yeah.
But he had a great like freshwater. I always wanted like a saltwater tank. But his freshwater tank, I was like, man, that's almost just as cool. Like he had little shrimp in there, all kinds of different
those little
fish.
eel fish.
Yeah,
he had
little
like
eel
those
fish.
little like worm fish.
It was
Oh,
big
cool.
enough. You could put like a turtle.
I think he had a turtle in it.
Maybe he did. Have
Yeah,
a turtle,
yeah.
yeah.
That was a cool one.
Yeah,
It was
that was
kind of
one-
like muddy, like would you imagine, like a little bit of Arkansas swamp.
Yeah.
Sort
Yeah.
of vibe to it.
I
you
had
know?
a buddy who made an Arkansas swamp tank. Now it wasn't that big. I think his was 100-gallon. So still big, but he had a snapping turtle in there. That was the main. That was the main
Yikes.
animal in there. We had to let him go
Yeah.
at some point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a little too big for his britches in there.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that
snap through the
Yeah.
glass in a second.
But you put some fish in there. Oh man, to talk about fun to watch. But he'd make a mess of that tank. After you had to clean it out a lot. But he put like some swamp grass like you find like growing in the swamps around here. So sometimes that turtle would be hiding all in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd let some fish would make it in.
Yeah.
there, little bigger ones. Because that snapping turtle, he never got bigger than I don't know, like a baseball.
Yeah, yeah. I want to make it as that little. It's just a 5-gallon.
Yeah.
But I want to make it as much of a little ecosystem as possible.
Yeah.
So I think a betta, 2 snails or something, and a couple shrimp. That'd make. She doesn't want snails. She hears bad things about snails, that they reproduce a lot. But I think if you get 2 maybe different species snails or something, you'd be fine. They do a good job in the tanks.
Yeah, they clean the glass,
Yeah.
right?
They clean the glass specifically for sure.
Yeah. That's
And then you got the shrimp on the ground. The betta kingdom. Betta's swimming over his kingdom. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm always excited about the saltwater tank because you get the live rock, right?
Yeah.
And you get the live rock, and you never know what's in it. You know, it could be nothing. There's
Yeah.
a lot of bunk live rock out there,
Yeah,
from what
yeah.
I understand. And you want to get guaranteed to get some good stuff. It's expensive, but you put that in there, like a year later, you could have anything. You know,
Yeah.
I think we were talking about a guy who all his fish were disappearing inside his saltwater tank. He realized, what was it, an octopus?
Yeah.
There was like an octopus egg in the live rock, and it hatched, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden he had a little octopus just hiding out in his tank.
Yeah.
Saw one video online of some kind of aquatic centipede or something.
The bobbit worm.
The bobbit worm.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
it.
those are
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, he again noticed stuff was just disappearing, so he was like, "All right, I'm gonna start fishing around in the sand and see what's hiding in here." And
Yeah.
he pulls out this thing that's like wrapped around the entire tank. I
Yeah.
mean, it was a big tank, so I imagine this thing was like
It's
6
10
feet long.
or something. Not-
Yeah, yeah.
It's more like 6, but
It
it
was-
was so long.
It was
Yeah.
wrapped around
Yeah,
the
yeah.
inside of that.
Too big for the dang tank.
Yeah.
And then there's invasive or bad plants you can get. There's one plant, I forget what it's called, but if that pops out of your live rock, throw it out and try again. That's pretty much the only way is like there's this crazy like poison that you got to put in the tank. Like it looks like mercury. That's what it looks like, and you're supposed to get in there and squeeze a little bit onto each instance of that little plant, but they just pop up like crazy, and they kill everything that gets near it. Yeah.
I had a Goliath bird eater once.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah.
That was always interesting because you had to keep the tank at like certain humidity, which I think it was like supposed to be over 75 maybe.
For people listening who aren't crazy, that's a giant spider.
Yeah.
the giantest spider.
Yeah.
Yes,
the biggest one.
The biggest spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when they molt, they have to have like 93 and up % humidity.
Yeah.
So it's crazy
The
ordeal.
tank's just sweating, right?
Yeah.
Can't even see in there just from the humidity.
Yep.
Yeah. I had to do a little ICU for him because he got stuck in a molt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I had a friend who I think he, you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I think you all have traded some spiders and stuff. He had a big one. I don't know if it was a Goliath or just some kind of tarantula or whatever, but the thing was bigger than my hand, you
Yeah.
know? And I remember once being over to his house, and he was just like, "You want to see the spider?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So he's like, "I'll take it out of the cage," and I'm like, you don't have to do that." And he's like, "No, this one's really cool." And he had it in his hand, and it jumped out of his hand onto the bed. Then it went underneath the bed. And he managed to fish it out from there, and it crawled up the wall, and it was just sitting there.
Oh.
And I've had dreams before of like where I have to go under the bed, and I'm like having to get around big spiders that have webs under there. Or then I've also dreams where I'm just like, I like turn and look at the wall, and there's a big spider on it. So it was just like I kind of had these flashbacks of those dreams. Fortunately, I was able to help him. He's like, "All right, you put the glass over him, I put the sheet underneath him." So we put him in the glass and get him back in his cage. But he was like, "This is one that we really don't want running around the house."
I wonder if that's the one he ended up giving me.
I don't know.
Because that one is huge, and it's one of those ones that has the potent venom. It won't kill you.
Right.
Kill you.
Just make you wish you were dead.
Yeah, pretty much.
Usually, the bigger the spider, the less they need that. They
Yeah.
just got big fangs, just tear things apart.
Yeah.
It's just a hurt. It hurts.
I
Get
imagine
bit by
so.
it.
I wouldn't want to
Exactly.
get bit by that thing. I'd freak out, man.
Yeah.
For
But
sure.
that just running around underneath his bed.
I've had dreams like that too.
Yeah.
Man. Like big spiders that are like right there. You got to
Yeah.
like shimmy past them or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. I did have one get loose one time, and it was kind of cute in a way because I noticed he was gone for like a whole day, and I was looking around everywhere for him and I couldn't find him. He was a pretty big guy, like native to Arizona, and I just sat down on the couch and I was like, well, I'll find him eventually, or the dogs will. And then I saw him. He was on the fireplace, like tucked in between two books, just chilling there.
Yeah.
And
On the mantle,
on
right?
the mantle.
Yeah.
It was just cute. I don't know why.
Hey, buddy, what are you doing?
Time to go back home.
Yeah.
Those are the most docile tarantulas, though. Like, you
Right.
can hold them. They're just so neat.
Yep.
Yeah, it's well, cute. It's something.
It is.
Yeah.
something.
At least you're not
Something.
into like venomous snakes.
Yeah.
That's a whole other weird thing. Is
Yeah.
I saw a doc. It was like a Vice documentary on some people who raise like rattlesnakes and Kdqn vipers and things like that. And every single one of them, if you saw that, if you never met this person before, if they just walked into the studio here, you could look at them and be like, "You raise venomous snakes, don't you?"
Yeah, yeah.
There's just like a certain crazy look about you
There
that you have to
is.
have. It's from all the
Yeah.
bites, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, all the
Yeah.
near-death experiences.
That one guy on Cops.
Yeah.
yeah. That
Yeah.
guy was awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Snake guy.
Yeah, snake guy.
Yeah, and
That's
they were like,
great.
"Hey, if we ever, they actually, they thought he was breaking into a house. Turns out he
Yeah.
wasn't. He was just left his keys and locked his keys inside of his house. So it starts with them investigating an attempted break-in. It ends with the cops offering him a job.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
being like,
Yeah.
"Nick,
Snake
hey,"
wrangler.
They're like, "Mr. Moody, next time, we have a snake problem somewhere. Can
Yeah.
we just call you?" And he's like, "Man, I ain't afraid. I ain't afraid of the devil himself." Weather.
Awesome. Yeah. Brought to you by Horatio State Bank.
I'd like to talk to you about two investment opportunities. One is called an IRA. The other is called the IRS. There's a good chance you're already investing in the IRS program. What I recommend is taking some of the money you've been giving, you know who, and use it to open an IRA. We're here, Horatio State Bank, a better way to bank. Member FDIC. We're online at HoratioStateBank.com.
Number one
right, taking a look at the weather for today. We're looking at areas of fog this morning. My car was definitely had just condensation all over it this morning. Partly sunny skies with a high near 71. East winds gusting as high as 20 miles per hour. Now, tonight does have a 60% chance of showers and possible thunderstorms late in the evening around midnight. Increasing clouds, a low of 53, strong winds again. And then Wednesday, 80% chance of showers and possible thunderstorms. Wednesday night, 70% chance. 80% chance on Thursday as well. 70% chance Thursday night. Then it clears out Friday night, and then Saturday, Sunday now all have rain chances. It's like a repeat of last week. Literally, it was just like that. So, they're saying new rainfall amounts between 3/4 of an inch possible tomorrow. And, we're definitely going to be getting some rain. Big storm coming through.
Say goodbye to the sun today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's blowing up a storm up in here.
Fixing to.
Fixing to. That's right. Well, y'all, I suppose we should get into it. It's time for the 6:30 block, Ag Vantage Report and the rest. Your Hope Livestock Sale Report as well. Anything else? Any last parting words from the from the COVID house?
Well,
were you able to relax at all?
yesterday.
Yeah.
In a way, I did some cleaning yesterday morning. That wiped me out. So, but it was nice to sit on a clean couch. I had to clean all the sheets, blankets, you name it, and I just chilled and watched movies, which was nice.
Nice.
And then also my neighbor found out that I got COVID, and she brought me chicken and dumplings last night.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was just eating it in bed.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Chicken and dumplings.
Chicken and dumplings.
Yeah. Was it
I
a good
love
batch?
Southern people. They're so nice. Yeah, it was so good. Yeah.
Everybody's chicken and dumplings a little bit different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what did you think of hers?
It's like a
Oh,
fingerprint.
it was great. I think she used I swear it tasted like cornmeal biscuits, or like cornbread.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I
Okay.
don't know. Yeah, it was great though.
Everybody got their own little tricks with it. I love it. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Well, apart from that, I suppose we'll get out of here. Yeah. Or anything else? I need to kill some time.
Yeah, oh, my bad. I was afraid I'd start running my mouth and you'd be like, hey, we got Ag Vantage. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
There's, other things that play during that period of time.
Well,
I had a stranger come by the house yesterday, but I'll get into that later. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. I think I sent y'all a message. A stranger came to my house and judged it.
Yeah.
Yes.
How dare they?
It was interesting. Well, I asked them to.
Right. Yes.
it is an odd thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Out of
definitely.
context.
And I realized it must be weird to go through my house. There's a lot of weird things going on in there. And
Yeah.
Even my wife, she was like, that poor guy having to deal with us. Nice.
Was it like an inspector kind of guy?
Real estate agent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
So they're not going through poking things and.
not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the owner is. The house we looked at. Yeah. I'm shaking everything, kicking baseboards. Checking out everything.
Yeah.
Turning all 4 burners on at once. And
Yes.
testing how hot they get. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mind you turn on all 4. I feel like there's one that gets a little weak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fix it. I'll fix it. Yeah.
Yeah, we went and checked out a house yesterday that was interesting. Interesting house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting. Yes.
Yeah. Really
You
just
talk any more about it?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of now I really like my house.
Yeah,
Oh.
of course.
Yeah. I'm having seller's regret.
Yeah. Well, you didn't sell it yet.
Nope.
So-
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to have to talk to you about that off air, Patrick. And really, I'm going to give you the business.
Oh,
all right?
wow.
I'm going to tell you what you
okay.
need to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Sell your house to me for cheap. All right, on the cheap, and I'll make it worth your while.
You're
All right.
my prime house buying advisor.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Who else
Title
would I
I've
turn
never.
to?
Yeah. All right. Well, now we're perfect on time. Let's get out of here. Time for the Ag Vantage Report and the rest. It's the Brew Crew.
Good morning. I'm Scotty Woodson from the EAB Ag Network with your EAB Early Morning Market Update. Let's recap the markets and how they closed yesterday. March corn at $6.70 3/4, down 7 3/4, with May corn at $6.69, down 7 1/4. March soybeans at $15.19 1/4, down a half, with May soybeans at $15.11 3/4, down 2. March wheat at $7.57 1/4, down 7 1/2. May wheat at $7.68, down 7. March cotton at $85.50, up 13, with May cotton at $85.94, down 6. March rice at $18.11 1/2, up 21 1/2. May rice at $18.40, up 21. Moving on to livestock now. February live cattle at 160.82 1/2, up 2 1/2. April live cattle at 163.62 1/2, down 7 1/2. March feeder cattle at 186.82 1/2, up 37 1/2. April feeder cattle at 190.72 1/2, unchanged. February lean hogs at 75.82 1/2, down 10, with April hogs at 83.32 1/2, down 75. That's your EAB Early Morning Market Update, and I'm Scotty Woodson. Have a great day.
You're thinking about selling your land, testing the water. You want to dip your toes in, not plunge into the deep end. If you make a big splash, everybody knows your business. Good news, no one needs to know your business. You can dip your toes and keep your pants dry. Talk to Tiller. They'll put your land in the land vault. When buyers call, Tiller will give them a description only, no maps, no location, no owner info. When the same interested buyer calls again, Tiller calls you. With your say-so, the prospective buyer signs a confidentiality agreement. That's a way they protect your privacy. Tiller doesn't ask you to sign a thing, not even an exclusive listing agreement. They trust you. Selling your land is a big decision. It's your business. When you put your land in the land vault, you keep your business to yourself. They started Tiller Land to help you sell your land, farm or recreational. The land vault is one way they commit to you, the seller. To find out how the land vault works, talk to Tiller. TillerLand.com.
At the sale on Thursday, March 2nd at Hope Livestock Auction in Hope, there were 757 head of cattle on offer. Number 1 steers, 3 to 400 pounds, sold from $220 to a high of $269. 4 to 5 weight steers ranged from $200 to a high of $245. 5 to 6 weight steers brought $195 to a high of $225. 6 to 7 weight steers sold from $185 to a high of $200. 7 to 8 weight steers ranged from $165 to $173, and over 800 pound steers brought $156 to $170. Number 1 heifers, 3 to 400 pounds, sold from $200 to a high of $224. 4 to 5 weight heifers ranged from $185 to a high of $215. 5 to 6 weight heifers sold from $180 to a high of $200. 6 to 7 weight heifers brought $150 to $171. 7 to 8 weight heifers sold at $140, and over 800 pound heifers ranged from $140 to $141. And that's the report from the sale Thursday, March 2nd at Hope Livestock Auction in Hope. Cattlemen, don't miss the next sale Thursday, 12 noon at Hope Livestock Auction. For AgVantage, I'm Jay Bunyard reporting.
Gentry Chevrolet in Kdqn is your local Good Neighbor Chevy dealer with new and used vehicles available. The new cars are being delivered as fast as they come in, and Gentry Chevrolet would never charge over sticker price. Never. So if you're in the market for a new vehicle, let the friendly folks at Gentry Chevrolet help you order yours so you don't pay too much. Gentry Chevrolet is one of the best pre-owned inventories in the area, plus a great service department with windshield repair and replacement services, and they also have 2 quick lube style oil changing booths. Visit them at 1027 Highway 70 east of Kdqn, or check them out on the web at gentrychevyinc.com.
RRCU has a special certificate just for you. You set your term. You get to decide. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Earn 4.69% APY on the special share certificate at RRCU. You can save for 7 months, 16 months, or 25 months. You decide. Go to rrcu.com or to any RRCU location and tell them you want the easy as 1, 2, 3 certificate special. APY equals annual percentage yield. Share certificates only. Minimum deposit $500. Rate accurate as of 2/15/23. Subject to change. RRCU. Federally insured by NCUA.
Are you at risk for colon cancer? Screening is recommended for men and women ages 45 or older. Colorectal cancer usually begins from polyps in the colon or rectum. A polyp is an abnormal growth that can, over time, turn into cancer. Screenings can locate polyps so they can be removed before further development. This simple screening could potentially save your life. For information regarding colorectal cancer screening, contact the Mena Surgical Clinic or visit with your primary care provider. At Mena Surgical Clinic, it's patients first, always.
Alexandria Davis, nurse practitioner and owner of Southern Grace Healthcare, Ashdown's only walk-in family clinic, invites you to see what compassionate family healthcare is all about. Southern Grace Healthcare offers primary and urgent care for the entire family, and walk-ins are always welcome. Stop by 820 South Locust Street in Ashdown. Meet Alexandria Davis and her staff who are looking forward to serving you. For more information, call 870-898-4576 or visit us on Facebook. Southern Grace Healthcare, the care you need, the compassion you deserve.
Rich Mountain Electric Cooperative. We're the people behind every light switched on for the baby's 2 a.m. feeding, the computer you start up to begin your business day, and we're always there, down the line, powering farms and industries somewhere across southwest Arkansas and southeast Oklahoma. We are 32 dedicated team members delivering more than just electricity. We deliver power. Power generated reliably and safely for you and your family now and in the future. We are Rich Mountain Electric Cooperative. Power and people.
If you are buying or selling property in the area, trust Kdqn Abstract to handle the details for you. Kdqn Abstract has worked hard to build a reputation of excellence and to earn your trust. Their experienced team will close your real estate transaction promptly, professionally, and accurately. Kdqn Abstract is who you want to handle your real estate transactions. Kdqn Abstract, 122 North 3rd in downtown Kdqn. Phone them at 870-642-2533.
Are you looking for a friendly and reliable bank? Turn to Idabel National Bank, where we offer an array of banking services for all your financial needs. Since 1921, Idabel National Bank has offered a variety of savings and checking accounts, financial planning, and lending services, including consumer, business, and home loans. Here at Idabel National Bank, we take pride in our customer service. So if you're looking for exceptional financial services, make sure to stop by Idabel National Bank on Southeast Washington Street in Idabel. Idabel National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Getting gifts is great if you get what you want. If you don't, it can be a little awkward and time-consuming. You either keep it and you never use it, or you try and exchange it, which is not always so easy without a receipt. Save yourself the hassle. Set up a gift registry with Harris Drug & Gifts in historic downtown Kdqn. With Gift Registry at Harris Drug, you pick out exactly what you want and make it easy for your friends and family to pick out a gift they know you'll love. Breezy peasy. Gift giving made easy. That's Harris Drug & Gifts, downtown Kdqn.
All right, we are back live. Kdqn 92.1. We have Jen's Pro Tips coming at you right now, brought to you by Harris Drug & Gifts, of course. Harris Drug & Gifts, your family hometown run pharmacy for over 50 years. Any type of gift registry you might need as well. They got it. They can set you up with that Razorbacks Corner. Pretty much gifts for everybody in the family. Harris Drug & Gifts. Jennifer, what do you got for us today?
Oh, well, I've got a couple here.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm making up for the past few days. You did a great job in my steed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Number one I have is a wax paper, and how useful it is. It will actually get rid of soap scum on like your shower glass. You have shower glass in your bathroom, right?
It's scummy, too.
It's scummy, and that stuff is so hard to get off. Even with a good bathroom cleaner, you got to let it soak and stuff. Try this if you have wax paper at home. Take the waxy part of the paper and just rub it on the soap scum. It'll pick it up really quickly.
Really?
And it works really good on stainless steel as well. So, like, maybe like in my bathroom where I brush my teeth, the whole faucet is covered in toothpaste scum.
Of course. Because
I'm an animal. And, sometimes that stuff is just hard to get off. Try wax paper.
Or wax paper.
Faucets in the shower as well.
Yeah. So do you still use the cleaner? So you spray the cleaner and then the wax paper?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would. I mean, because that cleaner's getting other stuff off as well.
Right.
But once that's all clean, you still have some leftover soap scum. Don't bother, spraying it all over again. Just take some wax paper and just rub it off.
Okay.
Another good thing to have around, not just for drying your clothes, but dryer sheets. I've used this trick a million bazillion times. It takes fingerprints off stainless steel appliances.
Really?
Just dryer sheets.
Just dryer
Don't believe
sheets.
me? Try it.
Okay.
Yeah. And I used to do it all the time when I had a stainless steel stove and a fridge. You can clean it as much as you want, but it's never going to pick up all those greasy fingerprints off.
Yeah.
So you can even wet the dryer sheet down just slightly, and
because Kyle's always eating fried chicken, right?
Always.
He's just always eating
greasy
hands, fried chicken all over the place. Yeah.
Dare he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes in the fridge, pulls out the fried chicken, eats it right then and there, and then closes the fridge. Big old greasy handprint on
Yeah,
there.
he closes the fridge with his whole hand.
With his whole hand. It looks like somebody died
Yeah.
eating. The dryer sheet will take care of that.
That it will. And also, another little pro tip. I use vinegar to clean my stainless steel appliances. I don't have any anymore, but at my old house I did.
Yeah.
And I would use vinegar.
It's not a hard thing to attain.
No, it's not.
Like, darn, where are you going to find some?
Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
Well, but using vinegar cleans stainless steel really well.
Oh, okay.
As well. And you can use vinegar and a dryer sheet. That's what
And
I
it's
did. I just soaked it and then I go.
Wah, wah, wah.
Made those noises.
You made the noise
I
when
did.
you did it? Wah,
Yeah.
wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Perfect.
Over here.
Yeah. Well, 4 there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
so yeah, and then this last one I thought was real handy. I saw this over the weekend. Definitely gonna try it. If you have like a stale baguette or French bread or whatever kind of bread and sitting out for a while, it's hard. You can actually wet it down with some water and then bake it at 350 for maybe 8-10 minutes, and it comes out like not stale anymore. It's fresh again because that
Nice.
water just rehydrated
Yeah,
into
yeah.
the bread itself.
Oh,
so you
right.
don't have to go throwing away that $1 piece of bread.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done. Well done. I made a roast beef sandwich yesterday that was divine.
Yum.
I actually boiled the roast beef, the deli roast beef, in beef consomme.
Oh, okay. Whoa.
Yeah, I boiled it. Like I simmered it.
In water.
Yeah. In vinegar. No, that makes it so like it kind of curls up nice and gets nice and juicy.
Oh, that sounds good.
Oh, it was good.
Yeah.
It was good. Provolone slap on there and then bake the sandwich.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you dip it in the beef?
I did.
consomme?
I
There
did.
You go.
Yeah. French dip, basically. I made it at home.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to make another one today.
That sounds great.
Yeah. Well, I know, Jen, you always bring us great pro tips. You always bring us some, but you know, over the past couple of days, I've tried my hand at it.
Yeah.
And I've got a couple here.
Please.
You don't mind?
No,
I'm
I'd
not
love
stepping
to.
on you.
No, that's all I had.
Awesome. All right, here's some really good ones. You can avoid wasting too much time brushing your teeth by simply adding toothpaste to the food you eat. So, burger first thing in the morning, toothpaste all over it.
Yeah.
Boom. That's done.
Now, my question is, are you ingesting the toothpaste? Are you swallowing it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it cleans the inside
Cleans
as well.
the insides.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cleans on its way out.
Yeah. Any tennis players out there, you know those cans that you keep the
Yep.
tennis balls in? You can only keep 3 in there.
Yeah.
If you cut the tennis balls in half, you can actually store twice the amount of tennis balls in there.
I might actually use that one.
Yeah. Here's a pro tip. If you're walking around and you see somebody crying, it's always, you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So you walk up and you ask, is it because of their haircut? And then
Oh no. I don't know if I agree with that.
you don't think that's a good one?
No, I don't think so.
Well, try it out. Try it out.
That's like assuming somebody's pregnant. You just don't do that.
Yeah. Oh, is it your haircut? Pro tip.
Yeah.
This is a real good one.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You know how cake, you make it, it's moist?
Yes.
And then it dries out so quickly.
It does.
You can keep your cake moist by eating the whole thing in one sitting.
I can get on board with that one.
Yeah.
That's actually a good one.
If you're in bad student loan debt, just die. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Oh,
yeah. So there you go. Last one here. If you hate wasting money on laundry detergent, always buying all kinds of, and you can't find the one that you like, and it's just don't wash your clothes.
Don't wash your clothes.
Just keep stinking.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my last.
It'll save
pro
you
tip
some
for
money as well.
Yeah.
I like this one here. A pro tip: getting 8 hours of sleep can help out your phone time. I'm sorry, I can't read that far.
It can help cut your phone time down by just 16 hours a day. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're if you're a passenger in a car
Mm-hmm.
and you're worried that the person might be tired who's driving,
Yeah.
just keep yelling, "Watch out," and that'll keep them vigilant.
Watch out.
Yeah, watch out, watch out. I think that's the end of my my pro tip segment.
Those are
there.
way better than mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The
mean-
haircut. Oh no.
Haircut's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, that's all I got. That's all I
Yeah.
got. What's this one? Oh yeah, if you're to drain all the oil out of a car, just squeeze it really good.
The car.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. All right.
Oh, that's
There's a
good.
comment on Facebook Live. Voxbus says, "Sorry, Jen, but you're going to have to work hard to top the pro tip we learned
Mhm.
yesterday, the magic marker and the sock. Gosh darn it, I could have used that a few times." So if you missed it, if you have a hole in your sock and your sock is black, just grab a permanent marker and color your foot, and now nobody can gainsay you.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, nobody can make fun of you for having a holy socks.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, guys. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I've had shirts that had like paint stains on them.
Yeah.
And if I want to wear them to work, I will just I'll make paint and cover it up.
Really?
To match the shirt. Yeah.
Nice.
And it never
Or
works.
paint the whole shirt.
Yeah.
Like the color that you splashed it on.
Yeah.
That was the other one. If you get a coffee stain on your shirt, just dunk the whole shirt in coffee.
There
and
you
then
go.
there you go. It's perfect. It's a new shade. All right.
For some reason, I can just picture you doing the permanent marker sock thing.
Oh, I do it all the time.
Yeah.
I bring it to you. I bring my life to you guys.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe this should be Tyler's pro tips.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I feel like you talk to the people more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. It's time. We got to get into your genuine RV power trivia.
Oh, yeah.
It's that time. All right. We'll take a brief break and we'll be back with the Brew Crew.
Spring brings new life like fresh flowers, warmer weather, and babies. Come see the miracle of life happening now at Hochatown Rescue Center and Petting Zoo. If cute is your thing, get ready for cuteness overload. Cuddle some of the sweetest baby forest and farm animals. See a huge array of adorable animals just waiting for your attention. Admission is just $12 for adults, $9 for children, and kids 2 and under are always free. Don't forget to purchase a veggie bag or bucket of feed for these furry friends. For directions and info, visit Hochatown Petting Zoo on Facebook.
Sonic has something delicious for you. Hey, announcer guy, that's your cue.
Try the tasty fish sandwich from Sonic. A crispy fillet of 100% wild-caught Alaska pollock, crinkle-cut pickles, chopped lettuce, and creamy tartar sauce on a toasted brioche bun.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm definitely craving that previously mentioned thing.
Sonic Fish Sandwich.
Sonic.
See menu for details for a limited time only at participating Sonic drive-ins.
Pilgrim's Pride Kdqn Processing Plant has immediate openings for production workers. Both shifts, part-time and temporary positions also available with wages from $17.25 up to $21.95 per hour, as well as a $2 per hour attendance incentive. All new hires receive a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Applications available online at jobbite.com or at Pilgrim's Employment Office at 401 South 3rd Street in Kdqn. Open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Pilgrim's is an affirmative action, equal opportunity employer. Minorities and veterans are encouraged to apply.
Tax season got you down? Southern Bancorp is committed to helping you keep more of your hard-earned money. If you earned $60,000 or less last year, we'll file your taxes for free, whether you're a customer or not. No gimmicks, just our commitment to helping everyone in this community build wealth. Free tax services available every Tuesday and Thursday at our Locksburg branch at 103 West Main Street. Visit banksouthern.com/taxes to learn more. Southern Bancorp, wealth builders for everyone. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Whatever you want to be, it helps to be well. An active, healthy lifestyle is key. We offer tips and support to quit smoking and address health conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure. It's never too late to make decisions to help you be healthier and to be the best version of you can be. Call 833-283-WELL. Be you, be well. This ad brought to you by your master tobacco settlement dollars at work.
Your best source for lumber and building materials is Bailey Discount Building Supply in Kdqn. Bailey offers paint and stain, hardware, plumbing, electrical, cabinets, and vanities, concrete steps, and even generators, and Cajun cookers. Literally everything that you'll need for your next building project. And you'll also experience the best customer service anywhere. That's Bailey Discount Building Supply. Visit them at 880 East Colin Ray Drive in Kdqn or call them 870-642-2851. That's right. Back live. Kdqn 92.1. With the Morning Brew, it's time for your Genuine RV Power Trivia. Genuine RV and Power Sports in Idabel, Oklahoma. Visit their website, genuinerv.com, today. Jennifer has a question. She's going to read it. You're going to call 642-2190. If you get it correct, you're going to get McDonald's and a car wash token. Just like that.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a whole McDonald's franchise, just a breakfast sandwich. Yeah.
That changes things.
Yeah, it changes things a little bit. Yeah. All right. What's your question today, madam?
All right. This popular tool was created 23 years ago after a very famous celebrity debuted a new outfit. What is it?
Very popular tool.
This popular tool was created 23 years ago after a very famous celebrity debuted a new outfit.
Weird.
Yes, it is a weird question.
I think I got something for it, though.
What could it be?
Yeah. Oh. Give me it again.
This popular tool was created 23 years ago after a very famous celebrity debuted a new outfit. What is it?
Trick question. I got it.
I wrote it myself.
I got it. 642-2190, 642-3637, 898-3624. And Foxbo says, is Tyler 23?
No.
Vox called me a tool. Nice shirt. Nice shirt, Greg Revels.
Nice shirt, Greg Revels.
Yeah, Greg Revels in studio.
Grevels.
Follow me in. Yeah, looks like it. All right, 642. Nobody likes your question, Jennifer. Like, not a single person likes your question. Yeah?
Yeah.
You got an answer?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got an answer. Yeah.
Well, somebody call in.
Yeah, 642-2190. Come on, you're hurting my girl's feelings over here.
No.
Come on.
It's a hard question.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah.
It is. Is it?
I thought it'd be pretty easy.
It's not bad. Here we go. The first caller in. Good morning. You are live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
I think this is older, but a bedazzler.
Ooh,
that's a great
That
answer.
is a really great answer.
I'm going with a 3D printer.
Not a 3D printer.
Ah,
It's a meat knife.
meat knife.
Yeah.
For Lady Gaga's
Lady
meat
Gaga's.
dress.
Lady Gaga's meat dress.
Oh,
No,
not correct.
not correct.
Not correct. Shoehorn?
Not a shoehorn.
Not a shoehorn. Okay. All
How
right.
she got that off. Let her
Yeah.
dogs get it off of her.
Yeah. She just went into the lion pit.
Yeah.
All right, to the phone lines. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Good morning. How about a cricket?
Yeah.
Good answer. Not a cricket.
How about the band tool? Is that correct?
No.
Oh, darn it.
I don't know what that is. The band tool?
You never heard of Tool?
Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha.
Hey,
Yes.
she's still under the fog.
Yeah.
A little
yeah.
bit.
Little
Yeah.
bit under the
Yeah.
fog.
Yeah.
Greg?
Would you read the question again?
This popular tool was created 23 years ago after a very famous celebrity debuted a new outfit.
Safety clasp for your leather bra.
I'm sorry,
No,
sir.
no.
I'm sorry, sir.
It's something that people use almost daily.
Yeah, people?
We
like, do
use
I?
it. Oh, all the time.
Really?
All the time.
Okay. To the phone lines. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
about a push-up, bro?
No, not a push-up
Not a
bra.
push-up bra?
No. It's a good answer.
Uses those every day.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I have to. Man's got to stay supported. All right.
I'm sorry for laughing at your answer, but just seeing Tyler in one of those just
Yeah.
visualizes
Oh,
Yeah.
you talked over my. Yeah.
Do we want a hint?
Yeah, of course.
It's not something that you wear. It's actually technology.
It's technology.
Yes, it's a technological tool.
It's a technology. This tool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, this
Oh.
popular tool was created 23 years ago after a very famous celebrity debuted a new outfit.
To the phone lines. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
It's one of those computerized sewing machines.
No, it's not a computerized sewing machine, but it does have something to do with a computer.
It's Photoshop.
It is not Photoshop. We're getting so close.
Oh, no.
We're,
Something to do with the computer?
yeah, well, a tool that you can use on your computer
Yeah.
or your phone.
Yeah. Come on, Greg.
Okay. All right, thank you.
No.
All right.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Photoshop is definitely
To the
close.
phone lines. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia. Hello, you are live. All right, alien. Can't help you. Alien trying to
Sound
trick
like
us
a dog
again.
chasing a rooster.
Yeah, a little bit. That was my voice, Greg.
Oh,
That's what that was.
Yeah, I'll give you guys another hint. It was Jennifer Lopez. She wore like a very risque dress
Uh-huh.
at the Grammys in 2000. In 2000, yeah. And then it was so popular, people wanted to see that dress, so they created this.
X-ray goggles.
No.
To the phone lines. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Smartwatch? Not a smartwatch.
Watch. It's got to be, a keyboard.
No.
MS Paint.
No.
The internet.
Is it, a celebrity, fashion site?
No.
Facebook?
No, we're getting closer.
Twitter?
It's a no.
Is it Instagram?
No.
MySpace?
No, it's something that we use every day to get our information if we have a question.
Email.
Your phone?
No.
Google?
But what? It's Google, but what on Google?
The search engine? I'm feeling lucky.
Click the second tab. The second tab.
Google Images?
That's correct. It's Google Images.
That's a tool?
That is a tool. Google
right.
Images is a tool. So are you.
Trick question. I don't like it.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, you're not. That's okay.
Are you still on the phone with us?
Yes.
All right. Who do we have on the phone?
Jamie Scott.
Jamie Scott, you just won yourself breakfast and a car wash token. You can pick it up anytime after 7:10. Thank you for playing.
You're welcome.
There you go. All right. Don't feel bad. That's a good as
Not too bad, huh?
No, it's a good question.
Yeah.
Misleading a little bit.
Was it?
But you know who got it was Jackie Cortez. Said
Oh,
Google Images.
yeah.
But I thought she was like Google Images of the dress or whatever that J-Lo wore.
Yeah.
And then you'd get the answer. That's what I thought she was, or Jackie
No,
was
she
meaning.
got
So there you go. Jackie Cortez has bragging rights
Yes.
for answering the question on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
I'd have been here all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, there you go.
There you go.
Google Images.
Google
the answer.
Images, yes.
And then Jen called me a tool. All right. We got to get into your
Which was the
news.
best part.
Yeah, it's the only part, really. We got to get into the news. It's brought to you by Sevier County Farm Bureau Insurance and Teeter Motor Company.
Your number one country, 92.1, is KDQN, Kdqn, Ashdown, Texarkana.
Your local news leader is Kdqn, Kdqn, Ashdown, Dirks. Local news this hour is presented by Teeter Motor Company in Mena. The deals are always sweeter at Teeter. And by Sevier County Farm Bureau Insurance, providing competitive rates and prompt, friendly service to meet your auto, homeowner's, life, and other insurance needs.
For KDQN News, I'm Patrick Massey. 14 4-H'ers from Sevier County attended day-long festivities last week to learn about state government, meet legislators, and share their 4-H experience. For some, it was their first visit to the Arkansas Capitol. Participating members included Cy Collins, Michael Robinson, Kyle Williamson, Audrey Pradana, Jake Seymour, Ty Wagner, Allie Stinson, Katie Williamson, Evan Walcott, Zaylee Frazier, Landon Wise, Rex Herring, Kimberly Frazier, and Janet Cantrell. Sevier County 4-H members were among the more than 400 Arkansas 4-H members, agents, leaders, and volunteers from 52 of the state's 75 counties who participated. The gathering is usually held every other year when the legislature is in session. Last Tuesday, 4-H members learned about the roles of the state's constitutional officers and heard from many of them, including Lieutenant Governor Leslie Rutledge, Attorney General Tim Griffin, Treasurer Mark Lowry, Secretary of State John Thurston, and Commissioner of State Lands Tommy Land. Attorney General Tim Griffin urged the 4-H members to get to know their elected officials, and Sevier County 4-H members did just that. They visited Representative Deanne Vaught and Senator Jimmy Hickey and discussed their roles and the process of legislation. Throughout the day, 4-H members watched sessions taking place in the House, Senate, and Arkansas Supreme Court. They also heard resolutions read aloud in the House and Senate recognizing the positive impact of the Arkansas 4-H program on youth and proclaiming February 28th as 4-H Day. The event gives 4-H members an opportunity to see government in action and encourages them to think more about citizenship and civic responsibility, which are tenets of the 4-H program, along with leadership, healthy living, and science and technology. To learn more about 4-H in Sevier County, contact Kimberly Frazier at the Sevier County Extension Office by calling 584-3013. In our next story, the Sevier County Quorum Court is scheduled to return to a discussion on the hospital as well as other matters during its next monthly meeting scheduled for March 13th. The meeting will begin with a report from Sevier County Medical Center CEO Lori House. The Quorum Court is also scheduled to vote on a proposal to use Sevier County's American Rescue Plan Act funds for the hospital. Another ordinance would add funds for the helipad grant the medical center received. Other items on the agenda include an appropriation ordinance for a new deputy clerk position within the circuit clerk's office, as well as an ordinance regarding hourly wages for other deputy clerks in the courthouse. The meeting begins at 2 p.m. on Monday, March 13th, and is open to the public. Officials in Little River County hosted an open house last week to inaugurate the new Little River County Detention Center. The event was held on March 3rd at the site of the new jail just off Highway 71 near UA Cossetot's Ashdown campus. The event was hosted by Little River County Sheriff's Office and Little River County Judge Larry Cowling. The jail is funded by a bond passed by Little River County voters in 2019, which included a 3/8-cent sales tax for construction alongside a 1/4-cent sales tax for operation and upkeep costs. Little River Sheriff Bobby Walraven thanked residents of Little River County for their support of the new jail and local law enforcement in general. Up to 80 inmates can be housed inside the new $8 million facility. And in another local story, Bunyard Broadcasting's regional sales manager, Jenny Higgins, presented a check in the amount of $2,932 to Kdqn School District Communications Director and Television Production Program Instructor Bo McCaslin Monday afternoon. The check is for the Kdqn DQTV broadcast partnership during the just completed basketball season. Jay Bunyard, Tony Stowers, and Greg Revels joined in the check presentation. Both Tony and Greg provided play-by-play during the basketball action. The contribution will be used to help send DQTV students to competitions and seminars around the region. A big thank you goes out to these Kdqn and DQTV sponsors during basketball season to make this project so successful. Pruitt's Foods, Discount Tire and Alignment, DeQueen Auto Group, Kawasaki of Idabel, Southern Home Furniture and Interiors, Tri-Lakes Realty, Bristow Custom Metals, Diamond Bank, Don's Easy Pay, Healthcare Express, Outlaw Barbecue, Sevier County Farmers Co-op, Simply Chiropractic, Southeast Feed, Southwest Arkansas Accounting Services, and Twisted Tines Outfitters. Bunyard Broadcasting Spanish stations AM 1390 and FM 104.5 will partner with DQTV to broadcast 8 boys and girls soccer contests this spring. We'll be back with more news following this break and these words from our sponsors.
Local farmers support our community, which is why Farm Bureau Insurance supports farmers with Ag Promise, a truly comprehensive policy that protects everything farmers rely on. It's affordable and backed by fast, friendly service. We promise.
In Sevier County, call Farm Bureau Insurance at 584-3911 and ask Alan Stark, Lee Hammond, Stacy Janes, or Michael Collins about protecting your agribusiness.
If you're hearing this, you're behind the wheel, thinking you need something new. Teeter Motors will make a deal and they take your trade in too.
Hey y'all, it's Ashley. Normally this would be Shannon telling you about a huge sale, or no payments for 30 days, or a cashback incentive. But Shannon is so busy putting folks behind the wheel of their dream car that he doesn't even have the time to record his own commercial. If he was here, he would make sure you knew Teeter Motor Company in Mena has the largest selection of program cars, the best customer service, and the most financing options in the area. So stop by and see Shannon and let Teeter Motor Company of Mena make you a deal.
And we're back with Kdqn News. The Kdqn High School Quiz Bowl team won the 5A South Regional Quiz Bowl tournament held this past Saturday. The team from Kdqn High School is now the regional champion, and they are set to compete in the state championship tournament on April 1st. Alton Kite was named the regional MVP at Saturday's tournament. The Cossatot Arts and Crafts Association will present a new event titled Hats and Heels this Saturday, March 10th. The event is scheduled for 6 to 8 p.m. at the King Schoolhouse on Schoolhouse Road, just south of Gillum. Organizers invite all sons aged infant to 6th grade to participate in the mother-son dance that evening. For more information, contact Nancy Youngblood at 479-216-1537 or Jennifer West at 870-828-0543. And in other upcoming events, the Sevier and Little River County Cooperative Extension Services are teaming up to host a rabbit show clinic this month. The event is scheduled for March 18th, beginning at 9:30 that morning in the Adams Building on UA Cossatot's Kdqn campus. Topics include rabbit breeds, grooming, basic show prep, and more. If you'd like to cover a topic not mentioned, just bring it up when registering. Anyone interested in attending must RSVP by this Friday, March 10th, by calling the Sevier County Extension Office at 870-584-3013 or the Little River County Extension Office at 870-898-7224. And finally, a reminder that the Cossatot chapter of the Friends of NRA organization will host its annual banquet this Saturday, March 11th. The event kicks off at 5:30 p.m. at the Kdqn High School cafeteria located on 1803 West Coulter Drive. The event will include an auction and multiple raffles. This year's Gun of the Year is a Springfield Armory SA-35 9mm with NRA engraved grips. Tickets are $35 each or two for $60. For more information, contact Monty Bartek by calling 279-5439 or Amanda Barnett at 642-6225. And check out more local news online at kdqn.net.
Local news this hour has been presented by Sevier County Farm Bureau Insurance. See Alan Stark, Lee Hammond, Stacy Janes, or Michael Collins today for all your insurance needs. And by Teeter Motor Company in Mena. The deals are always sweeter at Teeter. For local news when you want it 24 hours a day, go to our website at kdqn.net. Right, we are back live, KDQN 92.1 with the Morning Brew. We got Greg Revels in studio.
Good
Patrick
morning.
Masochist in studio.
Nope. Just mask.
Yeah. And then we're going to be joined by a good friend and a special guest for our local lowdown. I believe we're going to be doing. Yeah.
Yes.
How was your evening, Greg?
It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
What did I
anything?
do? Yeah.
Are you cooking like a?
I worked on
5 o'clock-
tax returns.
Oh, okay. With the rag there, you look like a chef who's cooking a meal or something.
Hell, I
Why
might.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not time for breakfast yet.
No.
It's way past time.
Yeah.
I would like some breakfast.
Why don't you go in there and make us some?
Are you hungry?
Of course. I'm
Yeah.
always hungry.
Do you like eggs? How do you like your eggs? Fried, scrambled?
I'm a scrambled
poached?
man. I'm still 9
I
at
thought you
heart.
were like, I thought
Yeah.
you
Can you put cheese in them,
Do
please?
you like
Yeah.
you like them fried? don't
I
you?
love them fried.
You want yours fried.
I'll take mine fried, please.
And you want it
Patrick's
over
like-
easy too, don't you?
He likes them poached.
I do. I honestly, I like them sunny side up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
Yeah. I like them looking at me.
Yeah.
So what about you? What do you?
Me?
You just eat them raw?
No, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Rocky was first came out, I ate
right.
I mix them up.
I'm gonna
eat 'em
get.
raw.
I'm getting
Just
shit.
get up,
Yeah.
and run up some stairs.
I'm gonna
and
be
jump
in
up
Rocky
and down.
2.
Yeah.
Rocky 200. But anyway, no, I like 'em. My favorite way to eat them scrambled.
Yeah.
I like them fried, but if they're fried, they got to be
Fried
just
right. Yeah. You don't
Yeah.
like a runny yolk, I'm guessing.
I
You're not a
don't.
yolkman.
Ooh, love
Okay.
them right. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Sop it up with the egg or with
Yeah.
a toast afterwards.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm,
Man, and fry up some bacon.
Yeah.
Or some sausage.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Fry up the egg in
That's
there
the way to do it.
afterwards.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah, like deer camp style.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
fry it up. You can scramble it. You can do
Yeah,
anything
you can
to
do
it once you
anything.
put bacon grease
Absolutely.
in it.
I'm getting so excited for my lunch today. I'm gonna have for lunch what I had for dinner last night.
The rest of your roast beef sandwich?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a new one,
Oh, a
even
new
better
one?
this time.
Okay.
I made French dips last night.
Ah.
Yeah, so I
With
got
some
the
au jus?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So got the hoagie buns, cut them up, baked them a bit, then took the beef consomme soup, got that nice and simmering, and put the roast beef in it for a few minutes so that it like kind of curls up and gets full of the juices. Then you pull that out, lay it on the sandwiches, provolone, stick it back in the oven for a little bit, let that cheese melt. Whoo! It was so good. But I realized I made 3 sandwiches, 2 for me, 1 for Allie.
Of course.
She doesn't like roast beef that much, so she was like, it's all right. But I was loving it. But I didn't.
Got a bowl of cereal.
Yeah. But I didn't. They were too thin for the sandwiches. The amount of beef I put on there, roast beef. So today I'm using the rest of the. I used half the roast beef for 3 sandwiches. Today I'm going to use the other half of the roast beef for one sandwich.
There you go.
Yeah, because really what I've been dreaming of like all weekend was just that stack like this. There's certain delis like I've seen like, on those cooking shows or whatever, those like New York delis or whatever that just have, I mean,
mountain.
half a foot tall
Yeah.
of meat.
You got to
the
kind
meat
of
mountain.
unhinge your jaw.
Yeah, a little
too.
bit. Yeah. That's
Not
what
like
I
it.
want.
Surely, I mean, you got great health insurance, don't
Oh,
you?
yeah,
Also,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that was it.
Yep.
What was that famous Carnegie Deli?
Yeah.
I went there.
You went there.
Those sandwiches are like this
Yes,
tall.
yes.
If you were homeless, that's exactly where you want to go. Out back behind there, because I promise you, nobody can eat one of those.
Right,
things.
right.
They're throwing away so much.
Yeah.
Or you walk out and it's falling out of the sandwich.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah. I mean,
catch you a little something.
it's crazy. I
Almost
mean,
go
they'd be
out
like,
back
they'd
and
be
you're
like,
just eating thrown away roast beef.
Yeah. That's not how you fix the homeless problem in New York City.
This is
right?
my
Well,
rock bottom. This is my rock bottom.
It
right
does.
here.
It does help it. No. There's a lot of worse places you could be than behind Carnegie.
Yeah,
Deli.
Chinese. would
Yeah,
be rough.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's exactly right. But I'll tell you what. If you like French dips, we need to go. We need to go to lunch.
Okay.
Let's go to lunch
Today?
I can't today, but because
He left his wallet at home.
But I want I didn't leave my wallet at home. I got a meeting. But
excuses.
Hey, I'm a busy man.
Yeah. No time for lunch with you. You just
No,
invited
that's
me.
not true. I got a plan for it though.
Okay,
It
okay.
doesn't. It can't just happen.
Where are we going?
We're going to go to the Old Town Cafe.
Oh, really? Do they do?
And they're going to have these, and I'll say it incorrectly. They have birria tacos.
Birria tacos.
Yeah, and I don't say it right because you're supposed to roll your R's.
Yeah, birria.
Yeah.
Burro tacos?
And it's roast beef.
Yeah.
And they take 2 corn tortillas
Mm.
and they put cheese in between them, and then they do their thing to it.
I don't like corn tortillas.
Okay. Get out of there. But then they give you the sauce, so it's like kind of a Mexican restaurant.
Mexican
Mexican
dip.
Yeah.
All right.
Frenchican.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the
There you
sound
go.
of that.
Yeah. So I mean, it's really good.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
kidding. I like corn tortillas fine.
Yeah.
I do like flour more. I'm a Tex-Mex man. What can I say?
But I think the corn tortillas on these makes it.
Yeah.
It works with it.
Yeah. Like corn tortillas best for street tacos for sure. But at home or sometimes corn tortillas do have that strong taste of, I guess, corn. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But those corn. But have you ever had those fresh ones that they make down at Mikasa?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah.
You don't like them, do you?
I'm not too much.
Yeah.
Something about it. I love a flour tortilla, like as big as you can make it. Those
Yeah.
flour tortillas and the way they crisp up
Yeah.
when you throw them on a gas burner, especially.
Right.
That's the way to do it right there.
Corn tortilla, you got to bake it for like an hour before
Yeah.
it gets some crisps to
Yeah,
it.
or fry it, in
Yeah.
in the grease. That is very good.
But if you like French dips, I
Yeah.
think that's something that
Okay.
would be. We'll go try that.
There was a restaurant that opened here in town years ago. That was around for 3 months or so. It was like a little Italian restaurant.
Longer than usual.
Yeah, and they were. That's true. And
It was like until their first sales tax like disbursement was due, and then they were like, oh, we didn't know we were supposed to pay sales tax, so we'll close the business down.
Yeah, pretty much. So Patrick and I go there. It's like, a new restaurant. We'll go check it out. And on the menu, French dips. We're like, okay, it's like $14 for it. We're like, we'll get one each. On it, it says comes with a French dip sandwich, bag of chips, and a pickle. All right,
gotta have a pickle.
Gotta have the pickle with it. So we order it, and the whole place just seemed just off.
Well, the first thing that happened is as you were ordering, the hostess noticed the love lines on your hand and decided to just do some impromptu palm reading. While you're there, kind of like a strange thing. If you're going to open a restaurant or any business, unless you are a tarot card or a psychic or something. If you're like Miss Cleo, I understand read people's hands, but otherwise don't do that. That's
I reached out with my
I
reached out with my payment. She grabbed my arm and hand and looked at my palm and read my palm. And I was like, God, it's black magic. I'm not going to be a part of this.
Yeah.
And but the whole the waitresses and the owner and everybody's like shouting at each other. We're the only people in there. Yeah. And then so the waitress, she brings us the sandwiches, and we're like, hey, it's supposed to be a bag of chips and a pickle with this too. And she's like, brings us the bag of chips. Pickle, please. There is a pickle too.
So you had to ask for everything.
I had to ask for every individual item.
$14 lunch at Kdqn. All right.
Yeah.
And if it says it comes with something, you kind of hope that it's for $14. It comes with it.
I want it all.
Yeah, you want everything that comes. And then we realize we look at it and it's missing something.
Yeah.
The dip. It is the French dip.
Oh,
you got the French part. You got the French bread. Very sparsely. Roast beef.
Yeah, very thin.
Very, very thin through there. No cheese or anything else, and then, then they had to whip up what was it? It was like watered down brown gravy.
That's
so
all
this
it
was like
yeah.
an Italian food place, you said?
What was it? It was like a pizza or Italian place.
Where Torta Chomi's is right now, little torta place across from Ranch House.
Yeah.
It was over there. It was like Fred's Pizza or something like that. I don't remember what it was.
I remember the lady, she barked at me something, and it was like really uncomfortable.
So they read your palm and barked at you?
Yeah.
You may like,
no, just like, like I don't remember what it was.
I thought maybe she actually really barked at you.
No, it was something like that. Sometimes I'm not the best at hearing the dialect back and forth. It's like, you want an Italian joint, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
So wasn't like, let me read your palm.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that. It was Boomhauer.
So I'm going to go back to what we talked about earlier.
Okay.
You don't go to an Italian restaurant and order French food.
Yeah.
And that's a French dip. That's French food, right?
Is it?
No,
is
not
it?
really.
I don't think there was much Italian going on in that place.
Yeah, you go into an Italian place, so what? We got tacos. Like that's it. It was like nothing Italian on the menu.
I mean, you don't pop into Totino's Pizza at the house and walk around saying, "I'm Tony now."
Hey. Tony. And then I just remember it was the French dip. It was a French loaf,
an entire French loaf,
entire French loaf with just a normal like an amount of roast beef that you would put on just a regular like bread sandwich, like sandwich bread sandwich.
So it was really mostly bread.
It was mostly bread,
slightly roast beef flavor.
Yeah, we were like, can I get that watered down gravy because this thing is hard to eat? And the pickle to wash it all down with,
pickle, please.
The pickle.
The waitress was very kind. She was just like, I think it was like their opening
flustered.
day or something.
Yeah.
She was quite flustered. Yeah. So she did her best.
Yeah.
Just maybe read the menu. You should study the menu a little bit. Because Tyler, he needs his pickle. All right.
Yeah.
Bring
I
the man
don't
a
need
pickle.
my palm bread. All right.
Yeah, that was strange. I didn't get mine. I kind of felt a little left out. I'm just like, oh, what's wrong with my palm?
Special palms. They're hairy.
I know y'all have spent way much too time in the north to realize this. She was hitting on him.
Yeah.
That's 100%. What she was doing. Yeah.
She might have been his great grandma though.
Yeah. I didn't say that. Age has no
I do really good in the over 75s. I mean,
You score well with them.
Oh yeah, sure.
He got the same bedtimes. And stuff,
yeah.
Right? Get up at 4:30,
right.
go to bed at 4:30.
Pretty much the same hobbies.
That's
Yeah.
That's right.
What do you do? I lay around.
Yeah,
that's right.
Waiting for it all to end.
Same as me. We have a lot in common.
Yeah. All right, let's do the weather, brought to you by First State Bank.
First State Bank has been serving our area's farmers for almost 50 years. Poultry loans are just one of the many types of agricultural loans that we offer. We understand the agricultural business because we're local, just like you. Stop by any of our branches and speak with a loan officer to see how we can help you meet your agricultural needs. We also offer livestock, farm equipment, farm service agency, guaranteed, and participation loans. Now that's just one of the many benefits you get when you bank with a local community bank. First State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You feel like $1 million bonuses are not the sort of thing we do. We're just a small fry with a little guy. We're a lot like you.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you. First State Bank, member FDIC. We're big on you.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you.
Number one country weather.
All right, let's take a look at the weather. We are going to see some fog in the area this morning, otherwise partly sunny with a high near 71. East winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, gusting up a little bit through the afternoon. Tonight we do have a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly late in the evening. Strong winds as well, and a low of 53, cloudy skies. Wednesday, an 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly afternoon, a high near 62, and strong winds again. Wednesday night, 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Thursday, 80% chance, and 70% chance Thursday night. Going into Friday, mostly sunny, a high near 68. So we're definitely got some rain ahead of us. Currently 56 degrees outside. That's going to do it for all the weather that I have for you.
Yep. Enjoy that sunshine today.
Yeah, while you can.
Don't get it again till Friday.
That's right. All right, well done. We're going to have your local lowdown coming up here in just a minute. Special in-studio guest as well for it. Apart from that, let me see. I had something. I can't remember. Yeah. Do you have a lazy boy at home, Greg?
I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
You sit in it
all the time.
He pretty much lives in it. I think.
Yeah.
I now have one in my house.
All right.
It's
so nice, isn't it?
It's the greatest thing on earth, I think. And I'm been kind of with Patrick. Like, don't want to get one. I kind of prefer my couches and stuff to be not comfortable.
All of my furniture is very uncomfortable to keep me off of it.
Yeah. But
especially my bed. Apparently, at least that's my back screaming at me right now.
I guess that's my fault. I convinced you guys to buy that bed.
Yeah, we're getting the sleep number. We're just going to do it.
Yeah.
We're getting the whole sleep number thing. But then we realize we have this like nice headboard and stuff. None of it matches that.
No.
That's one of those things. They're like, oh, yeah, just buy the bed. Oh, yeah, then you got to buy the matching frame and box spring for it and headboard and all that. Nothing that you have will ever work with a sleep number bed.
You'll save money. No boxes on a sleep number. Shouldn't be.
No boxes.
Yeah,
okay.
Because it's the number. It raises up and down.
Yeah, I guess
does it raise up and down, or does it get harder and softer?
No, it raises up and down, right?
I don't know. I thought it was.
I think she wants to get the one with all the things.
Yeah.
Massage function.
Well, you can forget about getting a new house.
Yeah. That's it.
Have you looked at how much those are?
Yes.
They're unbelievably high.
Yes.
You can always just lean up your headboard.
Yeah, that's
It's not the worst idea.
Furniture
it won't attach to the thing, but you can just lean it up and push it up against, and it'll look this well enough.
Yeah, I think mostly Kaylin's looking for the eject feature. So when I'm snoring, she can just press the button and bam, I'm not in the house anymore. You can't hear me.
Yeah,
that's nice,
and it'll work.
Although I know I convinced you guys to get a plush top mattress, and then you threw one of those.
Foam
pads on top, which just, it just crumples your back when you do that. Like it's really the worst thing you can do. Okay.
We took it off. It's not on there anymore.
Okay.
Because for one thing is that there's no sheet in the fitted sheet in the world that can handle a pillow top mattress and the foam top on top. Eventually, it was always just hanging on just by the lip of the mattress.
And it like comes up like
it hits you in the eye.
Yeah.
It's dangerous, like a slingshot wrapped around the bed.
Have you ever noticed that? Do you make the bed or does your wife make the bed?
We don't. Make the bed.
I'm talking about when you wash the sheets. Who puts the sheets back on the bed?
Oh, it's usually a team effort. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Like this, it's big. You know, I tried doing it by myself. I get one corner, the other corner flies off, and it's like a who's on first base thing.
Yeah. That's what happens to me. I can't do it at all.
It's impossible.
You know, my wife, she does it. Looks great.
I thought about stapling it one time.
Yeah, but everything's all neat and everything. I try to do it. It's like I'm putting it on
sideways,
or something. That's what it looks like. I'm not.
She does it like she's in Marine Corps boot camp.
Yeah, that's right.
Flip a quarter off the mattress afterwards.
I've had to put my own sheet on my own bed for quite a while now, so I'm good at it.
But it's a rubber sheet, so it lasts
exactly.
For a while, right?
Yeah, just to I have that problem, which now everybody knows I have that problem.
I'm sorry.
Greg. I told you that in confidence.
I am worried about that sleep number because I've seen like it could crush you.
Yeah.
It could totally crush you.
If robots just become hell bent on destroying humanity,
or if my wife rolls over onto the control or something, because she'll have it on her side. I know that. That's how that goes.
It just close them up like a sandwich.
Yeah.
You want to snore? Snore now.
I like to sleep on my stomach too, and I'm just not sure how well my back bends that direction.
Yeah. When your heels are touching the back of your head.
He'll look like a seal with a ball.
Yep. I might call in that day.
Yeah. It'll get to the point where you're still alive, but if they release it, you will die. So now you're stuck in that forever.
Yeah. Pinned in there.
Yeah, you're pinned in it.
Like a M. Night Shyamalan movie.
It's keeping your organs together. What pain.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I suppose we should. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd sleep in a sleeping bag on the floor. It'd be fine with me. So, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying the Lazy Boy is ridiculous. I'm looking at it. I didn't get in it for a while, and then it's a big man Lazy Boy too, and I'm like, all right, let's hop in this thing. And I sit in it, and I'm like, oh man, right? And it was just like Chandler
Joey and Joey.
Yeah. Where I release, I was
yeah.
It is that good.
Yeah, I understand.
Holy cow! I was like, so we got it in the baby room so that we could rock with the baby if we wanted to. And I'm like, this is not. We'll find a junk rocking chair. All right, this goes in the living room. Miles isn't getting my stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna throw out the rest of your furniture just to have room for that thing.
Yeah. No, that's what's important.
Yeah, it's not mine, by the way. It is now.
Yeah,
I'm taking it.
Get rid of that cuddle couch I gave you.
Yeah,
it was interesting. You had you hosted fight night at your house the other day and seeing 2 grown men.
Yeah.
2.5 grown men.
Yeah.
Sitting in the cuddle couch. Wow, they've definitely put the cuddle in that thing.
They had to.
That was not a pretty sight.
Yeah.
Although I will say it did look comfortable.
It did. Yeah. That thing still is comfortable. At the end of the day, the cuddle couch, I like to lay on it.
When they went to sleep, they just fell against each
exactly.
other.
Yeah. One of them has I'd fall asleep on him any day. Yeah. All right, let's do it. We got to get into your local lowdown. We'll be back in just a minute.
The 4th annual Miss Dogwood Days pageant, sponsored by Choctaw Casinos and McCurtain County Tourism Authority, is happening Friday, March 31st at 5 p.m. inside the downtown amphitheater in Idabel, Oklahoma, with 10 categories ranging from newborn to 18 years, and a one-time $500 scholarship in honor of Gladys Hill will be awarded to one lucky winner in the 15 to 18 age group. For more info or to print your entry forms online, visit Idabel Chamber Initiative on Facebook.
Good news, lottery players. The Lotto jackpot is over $1.5 million. And it gets better. This jackpot can only be won in Arkansas. Match 6 on Wednesdays or Saturdays, and you could be the next Arkansas millionaire. Get your Lotto ticket at any Arkansas Scholarship Lottery retailer or on the Jackpocket app. Good luck, Lotto players. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
And we We are back live, KDQN 92.1. Well, good thing the mics were off.
Yeah.
No.
Sharing our opinion. Couple gentlemen sharing their opinion.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, it's time for the local lowdown, of course, brought to you by Kdqn Motorsports. Mowing season is upon us, so any and all zero-turn mower services that you need, he can take care of them. Of course, Southwest Arkansas Accounting Services, Greg Revels is back, and Sandra and Fernando are heading the business, ready to help you with your accounting needs. Also, Redstone Heat and Air. It's going to be time. You want to make sure you get your HVAC services before the heat hits. So as far as our local lowdown sponsors, it is timely. Mowing, taxes, HVAC. Get it all taken care of today. We thank our sponsors very much. We do have a special in-studio guest today.
We do, JP Atkins. Well, I know, man, you do a million different things around here, but today you got your Cossatot chapter Friends of NRA hat on. How you doing this morning, sir?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you guys?
Excellent. Well, you got the big day coming up, huh?
Yep, it's Saturday.
Saturday.
You know, and I was sitting here trying to remember, excuse me, how many years we've done this, and I can't remember. You know, it's tough getting old. Yeah. You can't remember stuff.
Yeah. But I remember the 10th was like a long time ago. So you got to be getting close to 20 or something now.
It never amazes me. People walk up and go, "Do y'all do that?" You go, yeah. Every year for the last, at least 10 years. They go, "Oh, well, that's so neat. I've never heard of that before." You know, and you try to get the word out to people and all this, and it's just a lot of people don't pay attention.
Busy time of year, you know, in fairness, a lot of sports action stuff going on. But, hey, Friends of NRA, just to say, this is a great grassroots fundraising effort that you guys put on every year. You call this, this is the Save the Date event, right? I don't know if it's, or the gun banquet, something like that.
The technical term would be Friends of the NRA Banquet.
Okay, easy enough.
All right. If you're going to say it, try to say it right. But I usually don't, so it doesn't matter. It's
I like gun banquet.
Yeah. Actually, I messed that up. It's Cossatot Friends of the NRA. So here, as usual, I mess something up when I get started on this stuff. But the Friends of the NRA, they try to teach a lot of freedom through programs and stuff, and install knowledge about our nation's history. And a lot of people think it's just shooting, and it is shooting. It's teaching safety. It's helping out with different programs. Eddie Eagle, the Dare to Be a Victim type. All of that stuff, and it's a wonderful thing. But it builds partnerships with the leaders in your community too. When you have one of these banquets, you have the community gets behind it, and they all help. And without the community helping, you couldn't do one of these banquets. It's just plain simple.
Sure.
And every year, what they do is the money that's made off of these banquets, they take half of it and use it for national programs, and they take half of it, spend it only in Arkansas,
right?
And they send it throughout Arkansas to different clubs and groups and help with, when we first started here years and years ago. We got a grant and we put in the shooting range up there. And then, wasn't long after that, we needed some firearms. We got a grant to go get some firearms.
Yeah. And so that money's come, it makes it back to Sevier County. Great.
And for, I don't know how many years, as far as I know, we were the only ones in this area that was teaching kids firearm safety and everything. Yeah. Now you've got school, shotgun teams. You got, you got church groups. And I know we had a couple church groups here locally that have applied for grants and stuff, and I mean, you think about it. You get a little bit of help. It's worth a lot to you when you need it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Firearm safety, big, obviously. Shooting sports programs for the youth. I mean, all that stuff.
Yeah,
so just fantastic.
So the Friends of the NRA really is for a big focus is for young people to teach them gun safety. And have a range to shoot at. That's awesome. So you do the banquet as a fundraiser.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's correct. Let me digress right quick.
Mm-hmm.
Years ago, I had come home from work, walked in there, and my wife had a bunch of little kids in the house. And as I walked in, she said, "Would you do something with those boys?" And I said, "What do you mean?" She said, and at the time she was trying to teach 4-H how to make jelly, or they were working on a birdhouse, or some little project. And the boys were bored.
Yeah,
they were just, they were being boys. They was butting their heads on the wall and everything else. She said, "Take them outside." I said, And do what with them? She said, take them outside. I said, okay. And we had one of those little bitty rinky-dink Red Ryder BB guns. And I took them outside, and I was letting them shoot. And I noticed they were walking in front of each other, and they was pointing guns at each other. And so I sit down and said, look, guys, you don't do that. This is what you do. And one of the parents that pulled up there going to pick up their kids, they said, man, you're good at that. You ought to do it. And I said, do what? And they said, 4-H has got a actual shooting sports program right now. You ought to get involved in. And I'd coached T-ball. I'd coached girls softball, stuff that I, wasn't that enthusiastic about at the time. And I thought, guns. I like those. I can get to shoot with them,
Yeah.
And so I went and got trained, came back. And at that point in time, we were the only ones around anyway. I mean, there may have been somebody else, but I didn't know about it.
Right.
And, I got hooked on it.
Yeah.
When you can teach people a life-saving lesson, that's like swimming instructor. If they teach somebody to swim, if they fall in the water, maybe they can swim out.
Yeah.
You teach somebody how to safely handle firearms, and those little kids are walking with their buddy, and he's not doing it, and they go, hey, whoa. That's not the way you carry that. This is what we learned at the 4-H safety, And if you can save someone's life like that, it's all been worth it. The 20 years of
knowledge is the first step, right?
Yes, butting your head against the wall. But
well,
let me
perfect.
get back to this other before we run out
sure.
of time.
Well, this is the way just anybody listening that can be involved in all that, right? So, you guys still got tickets left for the Saturday's event?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You can get those. The easiest way to do that is to go up to Twisted Tines because they've got different packages, different things. You go in there, they will help you find what you need.
Perfect. Still some table sponsorships available?
I'm sure we can handle that.
All right. Yeah.
If you want to jump in there, we can. But somebody asked me the other day, said, "Are you selling tickets?" I said, "I can get you one, but my mind's not near as sharp as it's not as sharp as it was 2 weeks ago. I mean, I'm going downhill quick. And if I tell you, it costs this and that, I'll forget. I'll tell you the wrong thing.
Yeah.
But if you go up there, they've got it all laid out there. They know what they're doing. They can help you find a package that's just right for you.
When I say, hey, I've been to a bunch of these. They're fantastic. A lot of raffles going on. You got an auction going on at the same time.
Live auction and a silent auction.
Yeah, and those raffles, they usually do it with bucket style, right? Yeah. And you get so many, so you can try to spread it out or put them all in one, but always some great stuff.
Yeah.
I ain't won nothing
1911,
yet, but...
up for grabs this year?
Well, I was looking at a picture. I thought it was a 1911. No, it is a different style. But yeah, they got the gun of the year, which JP, tell me how that works. Is that going to be an auction or is that going to be raffled off? It's a SA-35 Springfield 9mm.
They do it differently. One year it may be a live auction. The next year it may be in some kind of a package thing.
Okay.
It's just according to what they do with it. Now, if you look at that almost looks like a Browning high power.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's kind of where
the style
came from, but that's a 9mm right there.
And then you also have, Outlaw Barbecue will be doing the catering as well.
Yes.
So
we always got to talk about food.
Yeah.
That's important stuff to me.
And I'll just say, hey, I'm seeing here $35 for a single ticket, $60 for a couple. I mean, that's going to include your food. Yep. There's always a good time out there. Some raffle tickets. I mean, for $35, you could walk away with some serious stuff from it.
Especially when that money is going straight back, into these programs. So
you can actually see where it's going.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you where it's going to be at. It's going to be at the Kdqn High School cafeteria. If you don't know, that's 1803 West Coulter Avenue. And I always say it's at the school. And I forget there's people from out of town that come in that may not know exactly where the school is.
Sure.
So
Right.
I try to throw that.
You guys used to do it at the Cultural Awareness Center, I think, way back.
We've done Cultural Awareness Center. Yeah. We've done it at the Armory.
But y'all outgrew it.
Yeah. I mean, and lots of times it gets pretty crowded in the cafeteria.
Sure.
And that's a terrible problem that we love trying to overcome is crowding when
the way these things are going I think the cafeteria is like the biggest venue in the county. We're going to have to get something bigger the way some of these things are going.
Yeah, airplane hangar?
Doors, the doors are going to open at 5:30. So you can go up there and walk around looking. It gives you time to walk around and look at stuff that you want to bid on the silent auction or the go, there's what I want right there.
Yeah.
And there's always neat stuff to look at.
Right.
and it's stuff for everybody. It's not strictly guns. It's,
Right.
There may be necklace. There may be
Yeah.
something for the ladies. I mean, not saying the ladies don't like guns. Don't
sure.
don't get me wrong on that. I'm just saying there are some other things.
Yeah.
And we usually have a little corner over there where we have kids. Sometimes it's hard to really pay attention when your little loved one is pulling on your britches leg or something. And so we usually try to have something off to the side where they can have fun and enjoy it, and the parents can kind of continue on with what they want to do. Yeah,
a little easier to have a good time.
Right.
Awesome. So again, this Saturday, March 11th, doors kick off, or doors open. Everything kicks off at 5:30. Give you a little chance to walk around, see everything going on, raffles and auctions, and all this money goes right back into these great programs, Friends of the NRA.
$35 to hang out with you,
Yeah.
JP. That's a deal right there.
Easy
So.
enough. Anything that we're missing, man?
No, I think we've covered. One of the things that we usually do is we have children from some of the shooting sports around us somewhere come up there and help, and they help clean up, they help serve in the serving lines and stuff like that, and they get to keep the tips that they make.
Hey,
and so you come up there and you can physically see the people that we're doing this for.
Yeah.
And if you really want to, you can toss a tip in their jar at the end of it, and that helps out even more.
Absolutely.
All right.
Sweet.
Hey,
Well, man, mark your calendar, mark it off. You got nothing going on this weekend. This is huge.
get your tickets, Twisted Times Outfitters.
That's
right.
right. $35, $60 for a pair.
That's right.
Very cool. All right. Well, thank you so much, man. You're great on the radio, as always.
Well, I appreciate you don't have to say that. I'll keep coming back.
Okay.
I'll bother you guys sometimes.
All right, good. I don't need to compliment you to keep coming back.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Well, yeah, thank you so much. That was our local lowdown, again, brought to you by Redstone Heat and Air, Southwest Arkansas Accounting Services, and Kdqn Motorsports. Birthday Club up next.
You don't have to leave the area to get great eye care. Dr. Frank Teed at Arkansas Eye Surgery performs no-stitch cataract surgery on an outpatient basis. Dr. Teed and his staff offer great follow-up service right here. Schedule an appointment in Kdqn today at 642-2525 or 1-800-264-EYES. That's 1-800-264-3937. Dr. Frank Teed at Arkansas Eye Surgery.
That's right. We are back live, and it's time for the Birthday Club, brought to you by Dr. Frank Teed. 642-2190. Get your birthdays and anniversaries in. 642-3637, 898-3624, or send them through our Facebook page, facebook.com/KDQN921.
We won't see them for a couple of days.
That's right. We can also email them, number1country@yahoo.com.
That one will get taken care of.
Yes, it will. Christian Clark sends one through on our Facebook. He says, happy 4th birthday to little Wyatt from Mom, Dad, Cody, and Lily. We love you. Happy birthday, Wyatt. Very nice. With the party. Papa. Oh, yeah. You guys got to keep listening out, all right? Because I actually am going to be giving away some tickets, I believe, starting next week to the 4 States Fair.
All right.
That's right. I've got a ton of
we
tickets.
Can't give them out this week?
We might be able to give some out this week. Of course, it's at the end of the month, I believe, March 31st. So I was thinking more mid through the week, but we will, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we can give some of these away.
Yeah. That sounds great.
Yeah, 4 States Fair. That is something right there. I know these tickets are going to be a hot commodity.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know if they'll be as hot as the Louisiana State Fair, but we'll try to give them away. It'll be harder to do.
You just take the steam out of my sails. I don't think that's the...
Am I really doing that? That's not my intention. I am so sorry.
Is it not?
No.
No.
I apologize profusely.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah. So you don't look like you're accepting my apology.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I never will.
And that really hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, I have a really big happy birthday going out to Isaac Cervantes. He turned 5 yesterday.
Yay.
That's from Mom and Eli. And I believe he's on his way to school right now. Wanted to hear his name.
Nice.
Before he went in.
Happy birthday, Isaac
Yeah.
Cervantes.
Big 5.
Yes, it's your birthday week all week.
Absolutely.
All right, so you keep just hammering on
Party
cake, party, toys,
Mountain Dew,
presents, all of it,
Red
my
Bull.
friend. Red Bull. No. Happy birthday, Isaac. All right.
How about here's a great actor in my opinion.
Yeah?
At least Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston is incredible.
Yes, he is.
Happy birthday, Bryan Cranston. Incredible actor.
Yeah.
He's great.
And you didn't even need to see Breaking Bad to know that. He was
No.
good in Malcolm in the Middle.
That's right.
I still love that movie where he just gets kind of tired of his family and he goes up into his garage.
Oh, yeah.
And falls asleep and just stays up there for like a year.
I still haven't seen that one.
It's really good.
Jenna Fisher turns 49. Of course, Pam
No
from The
way.
Office. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Wanda Sykes turns 59.
Yeah, I knew you'd get her.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun,
My
dun,
birthday's
dun,
in 13 days.
Happy birthday, Jen.
Squeezy turns 56.
No, Squeezy?
Yeah.
Squeezy, the TikTok star, turning 56.
Yeah. You're 56 and you're a TikTok.
Oh, he's hilarious though.
He probably makes
Yeah?
makes $5 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
Squeezy.
He looks like Squeezy.
I think he kind of stole that from me.
Yeah, Squeezy.
Squeezy, yeah. That was my nickname in high school. It's actually Sass Squeezy.
Sasqueezy.
Yeah,
what
that's
does somebody like Squeezy do that makes him a TikTok star?
He acts like he's kind of like a white rapper in a way, like white trash rapper.
Nice.
It's really funny, I think.
So he just acts like one. He's not really one.
He isn't. No, I've
Oh,
seen him
okay.
break character before, but he travels the world too.
He travels the world.
Yeah.
Doing fake rap.
Yes.
It makes millions of dollars.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How do you get on TikTok? I think I could become a TikTok star and get my birthday on here. By next February, I'm going to try to be on the top.
I bet you could.
I think that's a
I
good
bet
goal.
you could do something stupid enough that would get you a TikTok star.
Mhm.
I think what I'll do is I'll just stand on my head.
I think maybe we should get him to eat a tarantula.
Live?
I believe, yeah.
While it's crawling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that would give you.
Head
so
first or
mean.
the back end first?
You just shove it all in.
No.
Straight in.
You can't do that with a big one. They're too hairy.
You can. I've seen it online. I've seen it in a TikTok video.
Yeah, but
So this isn't even an original idea.
We're going to have to do something original.
Yeah. There was a bunch of people. It was from around here, too. It was kind of a candid video. I don't think it was actually on TikTok.
Yeah.
And the guy, it's like all around a fire pit, and the guy's holding a tarantula in his palms like this, and he just throws it down the hatch.
It's no bueno.
Live or had you
Live.
cooked it?
Live.
Okay.
He hadn't cooked it.
Maybe you can eat a whole prop plane.
Yeah.
You know, like that guy who ate a whole Boeing.
Bolt by bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could eat that. Or some IKEA furniture.
Why would you do that?
It gets famous, dude. What are you talking about? Mr. Beast, he's
Famous?
worth $10 billion now. You know how he got famous? He counted to 100,000, which takes like 36 hours, by the way. Can you believe that? I thought, okay, 100,000, that's not that bad. 1, 2.
You have to do it that slow?
No, he was going
1,
fast.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
6,
yeah,
7.
yeah. By the end of the video, after being awake for 30 hours, he's like, he's just making no noise. Yeah.
I think I'm going to go to 100,001.
There you go. Well, there is a
Does that
guy
make
who
me more famous than him?
there is a guy who counted to 1 million, and it took him like 7 days straight.
no.
Yeah,
I'm out.
yeah.
It's not worth it.
Oh, you can do one of those. Do like 100 layers of makeup, 100 layers of foundation, 100 layers of mascara.
That's one. Yeah, yeah. Or you could wear 100 shirts.
I like the natural look.
Vox Post says eat a huge millipede.
Ew.
Yeah, that'll get you famous.
Is that the one that'll kill you?
Probably.
Yeah.
But you will have medical professionals ready on staff to help you, Greg. Well, how do you want to get famous on TikTok?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a way.
Maybe you could be the next Squeezy, and you could be like a fake rapper. We just get you in some rapper gear.
Yeah, just
and
let
then
my pants fall down to
Yeah,
my knees.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Get some
And
face
wear a big
tattoos.
baggy T-shirt or
Mhm.
sweatshirt and my cap sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah,
Get-
and always look snarly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have
You can
that
get
look on you.
flames tattooed on your head.
Yeah. And a couple teardrops.
Mm-hmm.
No, I
At
don't
least a
want those.
couple.
Yeah.
Tear on my head.
Yeah, on your face.
Just under your eye.
Right here.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
don't those represent something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Because it'd cover your whole face.
Somebody did tag my AM site building, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah. Crips they put on there. Can you believe that?
Yeah. I'd like to
Now
really
I'm
see
now I'm
them.
terrified every time I got to go do a tower check.
Mm.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have people pop out and you know
Mm.
and try and mug me or something like
Yeah.
that. I bet I'm not going down there wearing red. Believe me, if you're listening out there, message received. Okay, this is your territory.
Yeah.
I still got to go into that building and service the tower
Mm-hmm.
stuff. I got to do that. Do you mind if I pay you? Can I pay for the privilege and then you protect it? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not going down there wearing any kind of red.
Yeah.
I usually
Better
have a
safe
blue
than
shirt
sorry.
on.
Yeah.
So
That's probably my number one reason why I don't think I'll build a fence. It's because I know somebody will tag it.
yeah.
I know it.
Was it you, Greg?
It was not me.
It wasn't you.
I don't do that kind of stuff.
You're MS-13.
I have never done that.
Are you in the Latin
I've never
Kings?
been a destructive person.
No. It was just, you know what? That is a really hidden tower site. Like you really need to go out of your way to get to it. Not a great place to tag. Like not many eyes are gonna. Like I saw it. I think that's probably about it. Like, don't
Yeah.
you want to tag in a place where, like, you know, on a billboard or something where everybody knows that this is your territory?
Only if you're a secret member.
I see.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You do what they did.
Are they trying to tell me I can be a member?
They may be trying to entice you into membership.
I don't want to go through the initiation though.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, that is tough.
If you're gonna do it in Oklahoma.
Okay. It's
where,
just like
where all is well.
Yeah, it was in silver paint. It looked bad. It was silver paint on a white background in a tower site that is like in a swamp essentially.
Yeah.
Out near a pasture.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody seeing that, my friend. So I would suggest, you know, some other places to do that.
That's weird.
Well, no, I don't. I suggest stopping it. I'm now promoting a crime, I
Yeah.
think. So don't do it anywhere. But if you were hoping to get your gang seen, I don't think that's the place to do it.
No.
It'll be seen by engineers and old men that go down there sometimes.
They won't know what it means.
Yeah, they won't know what it means. Yeah.
They're lucky you went down there.
Yeah, yeah.
If it'd been anybody else, would go.
He went down there. He's like, they're attacking me. I know I have a bum leg, but
You know what they should do for punishment for people who tag stuff?
What?
If you're tagging for like the Crips, you should actually get sent into the Crips
Oh yeah.
and go and see what it's really like.
Yeah. Or get blood tattooed on you.
Yeah, you know, something like that. Just throw them into the middle of LA and
Yeah.
see how they fare.
Well, I'll tell you
think
this.
It's cool now.
I'll tell you this. I'm sick of the Democrips and the Rebloodlicans. All right. Let's take a break.
Yeah, I think the birthday club by Dr. Frank Teed is
That's
concluded.
over. That has been concluded. So
Okay.
we will, right? Any coming through?
I
Yeah,
did. Yes.
we read it like 5 times now.
He's already at school. He graduated and went to another grade.
Yeah. All right. We got to get out of here. We'll take a brief break and be back. Hopefully not trying to break in. Anyway. All right.
They want to break out when they get in.
That's right. Yeah.
This stinks.
This is terrible.
I'm out of here.
Yeah. We got just a minute before we got to get into your news. Do you want to pull that? Do you guys want to pull that up? That's Greg sent in some great prep.
Yeah.
Do you want to get into maybe a little bit about it now? No, we don't have time.
I don't think we got time, but you know what I do want to do?
What?
I do want to mention the Kdqn Quiz Bowl team.
Quiz Bowl.
They won regionals.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. And, Mr. Thomas Sweeten, i.e. the man.
The trivia man.
Yeah, he's the trivia man.
Yeah.
Not a trivia man, he's a trivia man.
Trivia man. He's a trivial man.
Like Silverman.
I was a trivia
Silver
man.
Yeah. Trivia man.
Yeah. He's the sponsor and gets them ready and does all that. And I don't know if you remember, he was on the radio right before they went, and I don't even think he had his full team.
No,
because there was archery going on at the same time, and some of them were going to be gone. So
they still made it to regionals. We got to get them in.
Won regionals.
We should.
Yeah. We got to get them in and quiz them.
Yeah, let's.
Put together a quiz.
You want to go? You want to go against them?
No.
No.
I want to be I want to be the quiz master.
Yeah, I think I wanted to be the quiz master.
Fine, you can be the quiz master.
Goodness.
I'm thinking
it's just
you
ridiculous.
You and Jen should go against them.
Their bottom two. Do they have do they rank them?
No, I don't know about that. I don't know if they rank them or not. But and if you want some help, Patrick, because what he'll do is he'll talk them to death.
Yeah.
Before he may not answer correctly, but nobody will care about it.
Right. Just give him a point. Oh,
that's right. And here he is.
Yeah.
It's like trying to give my review for Rambo.
Yeah. He just took it over.
It was great. It was just funny. I could tell. I learned a lot.
Yeah, you learned more from his recap than from
I
did.
did.
Yeah. I listened to one of our older regrettable podcasts recently where we were talking about Alien and the Alien Covenant movie, which I really like and Patrick hates. And he, no matter where he went with it, I kept saying I liked it. He was like, the flute. Tell me you don't like the flute. I was like, I loved the flute.
Yeah.
He's like, you're such a, I can't even call you that anymore. I'll get canceled, but yeah.
Oh, man.
Yay, we made it to 8.
All right.
Let's do it, man. It's
Hooray.
time for the news, brought to you by Horatio State Bank and Moyer Equipment. That's right, we're back. Live, Kdqn 92.1 for the 8 o'clock hour of the Morning Brew. Listen here. I got to talk about this just for a second. I know you guys aren't that interested, but the fights over the weekend were sensational. And 2 weeks ago, there was a big discussion in the MMA community who's pound for pound number one. It's a high honor. You know, you're basically saying you're the baddest dude on the planet.
Yeah.
Pound for pound. John Jones, with his first win in 3 years after being off, he's number one as of today. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. All that discussion and debate about the top two and this and that, that's like nobody's even paying attention anymore. He just makes it all the way up to the top one, to the top spot. So not only being the greatest of all time, but also the number one pound for pound king again is absolutely insanity.
Well, I'll just say the fight itself was as anticlimactic as it comes. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
The most exciting thing was a
groin shot.
Was the groin shot right at the beginning, and then
Yeah.
it was just kind of petered out from there, I guess. So until that dude petered out, he tapped out.
Yeah.
And
like a 2-minute fight that had 3 years waiting for 2 minutes in the cage.
yeah,
You know?
was it even that long?
It was just that long with the
45-second break
Yeah.
for you for that guy. To
Yeah.
like, all right, you gonna throw up?
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
Get your bearings again there.
Yeah. I had a bit of an argument with Allie. Not an argument. We were having a discussion about what it's like to have that, sensation, basically. Because low blows are not allowed in the sport.
Sure.
And she was like, it's just the same getting kicked. And I was like, I just don't think so. I had to look it up because it is a hard thing to describe.
I've had that discussion with my wife before, and she also is of the opinion that it's the same.
Yeah. Listen, we can never know what childbirth feels like.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm sure it's the most painful thing in the world, a lot more painful than what we're talking about. But it's hard to explain to somebody what that feels like.
Yeah. What this feels like.
Yeah. the writhing, the fetal position, the nauseousness, it's all there.
Feel like you're 5 years old again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a rough one. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't even think about it. So.
Yeah.
Kind of curling up in a fetal position right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I just know, I know for a fact there's a couple of MMA fans out there that listen to the show. And if you haven't seen the rankings yet, if you're into the sport, if you've been in the news, been reading the news about the sport recently for the past month, it's a huge deal to have him just shoot up. He wasn't even ranked, and then just number one, boom, just like that. It's incredible. It'd be like Mike Tyson coming back, knocking out the heavyweight champion. Now he's the best in the world. So
I think some of that's just popularity.
A little bit. The pound for pound rankings are not decided by the UFC. They're decided by all of the press and polls that get put out there and stuff like that. But pound for pound does have a meaning. It's like if everybody was the same size, who would be the best? That's basically what that's trying to say. And I don't think popularity has too much of a impact on that. I mean, if you look at it, I mean, people were going crazy. My favorite part of the press conferences beforehand was a reporter who got up and asked, he said, John Jones, you are the Michael Jordan of MMA. You're the greatest of all time. But in case, are you ready to lose to, say, a LeBron James on Saturday? And he was like, what? When did this guy become LeBron James? When did that happen? Because the guy who he fought, John Jones has had more title defense fights than that guy has had MMA fights in general. He's now 17 title fight championships. That's absolutely insane. I believe it's a record that will never be broken. I really don't. There's nobody in the UFC right now. It would take 10 years for somebody in the UFC. There's nobody even in a winning streak in the UFC right now who could rival that within 5 to 10 years. So it's one of those, like, I know LeBron James has recently broken all of the stuff. Yeah. But it'll take a long time before somebody can do that again. That kind of stuff. So there you go.
He'll get at least one more, right?
I think he could do it for the next 5 years. People were always like all about like his age. He's 34, but the heavyweight division is an old man's division, an older man's division.
Very good looking 34.
Yeah,
yeah. So
Randy Couture
tapped that
won
guy out, which
Yeah.
made me think. Don't see the tap out shirts as much as we used to.
No.
Is that are those out of fashion?
Those are a little bit out of fashion.
That was UFC, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's it's a brand of its own.
It's a brand of its
Yeah,
own.
yeah.
Well, associated, I guess. With
Not like officially.
No, not officially.
No,
okay.
no.
All
It's
right.
just a brand that lots of guys wear to the gym. You know.
Yeah. Well, I never see but I also never really understood that shirt either. That'd be like
Tap out.
You're a football fan and your
Yeah.
shirt says fumble.
Yeah.
Foul if you're a
Yeah,
basketball
yeah.
fan.
Yeah, strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an odd shirt for sure. I think they were up there with like the Ed Hardy and Affliction. Just there was too many bar beatings and brawls and domestic abuse associated with those shirts that everybody I think can collectively put those put those away for
Along with
good.
the Pink American Fighter.
Yeah.
The XXXL
Yeah.
Pink American Fighter
Yeah,
shirt.
yeah.
It's like, dude, you look like you couldn't fight your way out of a wet paper sack.
Yeah,
Come on.
absolutely.
Don't wear that shirt.
But heavyweight champion has classically been the division is suited for older men, because the last thing to go is power, is what they say. The speed and all that goes, but heavyweights aren't that fast to begin with. So he could easily go on another couple years and then retire. He was the greatest before this. Now he's just solidly locked in. I don't think you can dispute it. Undisputed, as they say.
Hey,
there you go.
Shout out to him, man.
Yeah. And America has a new champion. I always like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep them local. I was excited when the girl from Mexico beat that one from Kyrgyzstan or whatever.
Yeah.
No.
I had said that there was 2 that night. I forgot there is actually 3 Mexican champions now, and they're talking about doing a card down there, and then also opening a performance institute, which is where they do when a country shows a lot of promise coming from one area. They'll open up one of these performance institutes that they can train at for free. They get their meals and everything, all their supplements and all that stuff provided by the UFC. It's a massive sinkhole of money that I don't think makes any money,
Okay.
but it
sounds like
provides
something
champions.
Established by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Yeah.
Is the Center for Performance Enhancement.
Yes, exactly.
In Guadalajara.
So yeah, I don't know if you have any of that stuff pulled up I don't know if you.
I have not pulled it up.
No,
you want
no.
to do the weather, and I will pull it up.
Sure, let's do that. Brought to you by Genuine RV.
Choose the option that best describes your lifestyle. Option A. Option B. Option C. Or all of the above. Whatever you're into, Genuine RV and Power Sports has it covered with a large selection of new and pre-owned RVs, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, golf carts, and more. With exceptional customer service and satisfaction. Genuine RV and Power Sports, 1300 Northeast Lincoln Road in Idabel.
Number 1 country
That's right. Today, areas of fog this morning. Otherwise, partly sunny skies with a high near 71. East winds gusting as high as 20 miles per hour through the afternoon. Tonight, late in the evening, a 60% chance of showers and possible thunderstorms. Stronger winds as well, a low of 53 and cloudy skies. Tomorrow, cloudy skies, of course, with an 80% chance of showers and possible thunderstorms, a high of 62. New rainfall amounts tomorrow between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch possible. Wednesday night, a 70% chance of showers. Thursday, an 80% chance and 70% chance Thursday night. Friday, we get a brief reprieve with a high of 68 and sunny skies. Saturday, Sunday both have small chances of rain as well. So we may see a wet weekend as well as a very wet middle of this week.
It's drying out, so it's time for some more rain.
I guess so. Currently 60 degrees outside your number 1 country studios. That is the weather. Brought to you by Genuine RV. All right. Let's
So hey,
see.
You ready?
I am, man.
Oh,
I am.
You ready?
Yes.
I want to make sure we're all ready.
All right.
Yeah.
We are.
Well, this I just found this and I sent it to y'all last night. 22 things you should have learned in high school.
Yes,
where to learn them now.
Yes.
So high school is supposed to be a place where we get the fundamental skills we're going to use the rest of our life, correct?
Supposed to be.
It's part of the toolbox
Yeah,
for that.
that's part of that.
Parenting is probably a big part as well.
Yeah.
But looking at some of these things, we'll look at some of them. Here's the first thing you don't learn in high school that maybe you should, and you have to learn later in life: splitting complicated restaurant bills.
That's fair.
Okay,
that is
yeah.
fair. In fact, balancing a checkbook, I don't know if that's on there, but never got that training in high school.
Well, in a similar vein, one thing they definitely never tell you in high school is the fact that you're going to have to figure out what's for dinner for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's true.
That's one thing I definitely took for granted when I was a kid. It was like, no, that's mom and dad will figure out what's for dinner. That's not on me. Now every night it's a battle.
Yeah,
literally. I don't know
is.
how much of my life's been consumed by the idea of what's for dinner, cooking dinner, getting the food for dinner.
Yeah,
eating
it.
Yeah, the eating it part.
Yeah,
that's usually that's like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
The next one is the true cost of buying a house, something we've been talking about recently.
I have no clue. Like literally no clue at all.
More than what you think.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
Well, when you look at what you pay if you get a 30-year mortgage, you look at what you pay, it would really scare you.
I bet.
Yeah. Well, like as far as interest rates,
It's
and
probably about
finance
double.
fees. Yep.
Yeah, it's probably about double what you actually buy. If you buy a house for $150,000,
$100,000,
you're going to pay $300,000 by the time you get done.
Yeah.
Close to it.
Don't you think maybe in high school they should have like a basic adult class or something like that? Basic, living as a not even in your parents' house person.
Yeah.
Life
Definitely.
skills. Life skills, I'd call it. There you go.
How to pay rent, how to write a check. Do you write checks?
I've written, only ever for a business I worked at. I've never written a personal check, no.
Yeah.
And I can't stand it when I'm in line at Easy Mart and I'm watching you, usually an older person, pay for their multiple lottery tickets. Let me get a 13, an 11, I'll get a 9, I'll get this and all this. And then it's like, okay,
with an
it comes
expired,
out.
post-dated, third-party,
And then
out-of-state check.
Yeah, they got to whip out the checkbook and write that. Who do I make it out to?
Yeah.
Easy Mart Corporation, LLC.
I was at the grocery store the other day, and somebody literally one thing. It was like a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
Bust the checkbook out. I almost, because I was in a little bit of a rush, I
Yeah.
almost was just like, let me just pay for it.
Yeah.
I got cash. We do have cash.
Yeah.
And you know what irritates me? It's when I see somebody younger use a debit card for a 10-cent purchase.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how much it costs to use a debit card?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None to me.
I know it does, but it does eventually.
Oh, okay.
Because those fees that those merchants are having to pay eventually go into the price of everything.
Oh,
we
fair.
buy.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair.
So
Like health insurance.
Yeah, I
We're
mean,
paying for those without it.
there's a little deal going around about paying cash or using a credit card to like if you take $50 and I give it to Kdqn for advertising.
Yeah.
And I pay them in cash. And then they take that cash and they go use it at a restaurant or getting a haircut or whatever. And then those people take that cash and do it. And that goes around through town 30 times. How much money's left?
Oh, jeez.
It's
More.
like if a train
Wouldn't it
leaves
be?
Albuquerque
No,
going
it-
at
yeah.
65
I'm
miles
gonna
per
fail
hour.
this
The
class.
original $50 is still there.
Right.
If you use cash. If
Right.
you use a credit card every time, by the time you get through those 30 transactions, there's $3 left. The bank is eating up the rest of it with credit card charges.
right.
So the bank's got $47 of that.
But the
Right.
bank reinvests it, right?
Well,
Pay me interest
some-
and
yeah, maybe.
I as a brief aside, I was in Easy Mart yesterday, and there was a gentleman buying a few things. He had a $100 bill, and I guess some counterfeit money has been going around. And the lady, she has a little machine and puts it in there, and it said, error or whatever. And she's like, "Where'd you get this? Where did you get this? This it's saying this is counterfeit and all this stuff." And then brings in the manager, and she comes and marks it with a little thing. It's like, "Oh no, it's fine." So I don't blame her for being like that, but at the same time, if you're in retail and you get a counterfeit bill and you need the manager, you need like some more eyes on it to check and make all. Don't just be like, where did you just
you're not
yelling?
an investigator.
Yeah, exactly. Just chill, all right?
Yeah.
Because it turns
Like
out the bill was fine, and now this guy is like, okay,
Counterfeit's a serious like federal felony.
Exactly.
Yeah, it should not just willy-nilly be throwing that out.
Yeah, I was a little bit put off by that.
And if you're like those Texas guys who were so dumb as to they were like photocopying $100 bills and then spending them around here. $100? You're asking to get
that's right.
all right. You
Yo,
do fives and
fiver.
tens.
Yeah.
Okay. Nobody checks those, and you launder it through the McDonald's.
Yeah, from our resident counterfeit expert.
That's
Patrick
right.
Massey.
So let me ask
It's
you.
just
Here's
common
another one.
sense, all right, is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And I have written one check in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was for my house.
Oh.
Yes. We have talked about this before. As I did try, I went to the closing and I had a briefcase filled with cash, and because I thought it would be funny, and they did not think that was funny. They said, no, we will not take that. So I had to go put it back in the bank and get a cashier's check, I guess.
What kind of briefcase? It was like Samsonite or
no,
like,
it was a backgammon case. I had this really nice
An old
backgammon
one
case.
that he bought at when he was junking.
It was all silver and latches on it and stuff, and you popped it open. It was full of cash, but underneath the cash was my backgammon set.
Little chips or whatever they.
Yeah,
Under my back.
it's a double duty. But again,
yeah, he's sorry, play me a game.
Yeah.
If the money's on the line.
yeah, double or nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
With this backgammon.
If I win,
It's all I had. Okay. It was a
backgammon.
beautiful.
You didn't really
backgammon
do that,
case.
did you?
Yes, I did. Ask Jimna. She didn't. I don't think
She didn't
they
think
found
it was funny.
They did not find it very funny at the
Oh.
time. But it was 10
Yeah.
grand in cash inside of it. It was.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's a backgammon case or what it is at that point.
Can I offer you some wine from my Yahtzee cup? And he comes in with his Monopoly top
Yes.
hat.
Hey, where do you think I found the house? On the Monopoly board. Yeah,
that's right.
I got that one in Park Place.
Yeah.
So you ready for another one?
Please.
How about this? Do you know how to calculate compound interest?
No, I have no idea. Patrick,
I've got a calculator that can do it. Yeah.
is it just normal? I mean,
Well,
just normally.
I mean, what the idea of that is you're teaching people to invest money and how money makes money. When you make money, then it makes money on top of that. It's not just the original money that it's earning interest on. It's earning interest on the interest it's paid you too over time.
Okay.
And so it actually grows faster, which is a good reason to invest for retirement, for long-term investment.
See, I understand the theory and the idea, but I would fail at the numbers. Like as soon as there's a couple numbers on a page and I'm meant to do something with them, I go insane. I'm the worst with math and numbers. I've forgotten it all. I can add and subtract. I can barely multiply. Division out.
Yeah, long division.
No, long division. Long division. I was always doing short division.
It's all long division to him.
Whatever it is. I can't do it.
How about this one? Understanding the concept of opportunity cost.
Do you know this one at least? Can you do that division?
9?
Hey, look at you.
Yeah, okay.
You're good.
All right. I couldn't show my work though. I had to add. I had to be like 3 and then 3. Like I don't know how I did it.
What
took
number
me
goes
longer
3
than-
times into 27?
Yeah, darn it. All right. 8 definitely goes 3 times.
8's right out.
Yeah, 8 is right.
What else you got, Greg?
Well,
what is opportunity costs?
Do you know what opportunity cost is?
I guess I don't.
Is that like capital? Like I got an opportunity.
Well, what opportunity cost is. So if you have a decision to make, you can go right or left.
Right.
Well, if you go right, what did you forego by not going left?
I see.
That's the opportunity cost.
I've always said money not gained is money lost.
That's right, and that's pretty much what opportunity cost is.
Okay.
So if you if you had a job and you said, I'm going to go back to school and start a new career. Well, what's the opportunity cost of that? Well, it's the money you were making. It's the fact that you may not ever get through school.
Right.
It's the cost of going to school.
Right.
There's a lot of opportunity cost there.
Like whenever I'm in a raffle, right? If I'm in a raffle for a TV, say a nice 70-incher, right?
Yeah.
That's $2,000 TV or something, and I don't win, I'm out. I'm down $2,000. All right, that is how I look at it. I don't go to raffles because I leave in the negative every time.
So you can't go to the Friends of the NRA banquet.
I can't.
Then.
I can't be down a
you're gonna be
Springfield.
like $10,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Can't do it.
I understand that. I always feel that way too. It's like I always give money to all these things. And it's like I never win.
Exactly.
It's like so. Here's another good one.
Okay.
How to build your credit.
Yeah. I used Google a little bit on that one. I learned a few tips, and then I heard from people that were very experienced, like that's the worst idea in the world. Like I feel like I've been trolled by Google.
Oh no! Are you using one credit card to pay off another?
Yes. I thought that was no, I was under the impression that it's good to have, let's say I started with a $300 credit card. When I got my first credit card, it was $300, and I was like, yes, I'm there, and I would put as much as I could on it, and then I would pay it down that month to where it was just $50 on it, and I'd keep that. I would always make sure there's $50 owed balance on a credit card rolling and I would try and fill it up the next month and then pay it off. So let's say I filled it up, I would try and pay $250 to it and keep $50. And I guess that was all wrong. I don't know if that was right or wrong. I don't know what happened. Also, credit cards barely build your credit, right? I mean, you need like a whole bunch of them, and you're paying like tens of thousands or something.
Yeah, you need to be heavily in debt and pay it all.
Yeah, nobody's looking at my little $250 payment. Being
Well,
like,
I think that does help.
Yeah,
I think that's a good starting point.
Right.
What you don't want to do is get a credit card with $5,000 credit limit on it and charge it all up, and then just throw it away and not pay it, which
That's
is
not
what
good.
happens all the time.
Yeah,
no,
of
that's
course.
not good at all.
Of course.
And that's what people do all the time now.
Yeah.
Not just young people. I mean, all kinds of people.
Yeah.
And now the big deal is you charge your credit card up, and then you call and go, hey, I'll pay this off if you'll let me do it for 50% of what it was.
Yeah.
I'll give you the cash. They go, okay.
Yep. Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
I don't know. Because your debt is bought and sold.
Well, Stephen, there's people who have made a fortune. There's a certain thing. Eventually, you can be taken to court for your credit card debt.
You can.
You can
But the thing is, you can be.
Okay.
But the thing is that most credit card companies, because there is so much outstanding debt, and there's so many of these that do go to a civil court, to make this a legal matter, that the credit card companies assume for the most part that you as the defendant will not show up to court. You not showing up to your credit card debt court date is admission that you are guilty.
I see.
You're not there to defend yourself. You are now admitting guilt to it. So I have read about a few guys in particular who show up
for you.
No, they show up for their own credit card debt. They've racked up say average credit card debt for Americans about $20,000, which is a tremendous amount. Yeah.
Credit card, or is that like all of it? Like
no, credit card debt.
What?
An average person has multiple ones.
I do too, but I got an $800 limit on it.
And I'm not suggesting anybody do this, but if you here's the thing: is credit card company assumes you're not going to show up, so that means they're not going to show up. And as a plaintiff, you don't have to. It's just the defendant is the one. You don't show up as a defendant, you're considered guilty. Blah blah blah. It goes through the process. There'll be a judgment against you.
Right.
But if you show up, pretty much guaranteed the credit card company is not sending a representative to be there. So now you are there to defend yourself. The credit card company that is not there to actually press their claim against you. You are now the winner.
Legal
in
thieving.
That judgment. It is legal. Yes, that there is. It's a big loophole there that I know that some people have used to. I said I would never. Me personally, not going to do that.
Until they show up, Mr. Capital One.
That's the thing. They will show up, and now it's things are going to get a lot uglier.
Yeah.
Because you are unprepared to deal with the legal representative.
I'm
from
representing
Capital One.
myself, Your Honor.
Yeah.
I think the other thing about it is you don't see that happen in Superior County Courthouse either.
No.
If you're going to go do that, you got to go somewhere else.
That's right. They're
you're
going
going to go to Dallas or and then is it worth it?
Right.
I mean,
Get
a
ready
few
to do some
people would do that,
traveling.
but I think I think the biggest thing is now what they do is you just call up and say, hey, I'll settle with you for half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And they do it.
It's better something. I'm sure you have to, you know, that's again, if you're fine to throw your ethics, morals out the window and not pay back money that you owe, that is you owe that money to somebody. If you're fine throwing that out and can sleep with yourself, I guess. I mean,
don't people rack up 20 grand in debt and then just go file for bankruptcy, and then their credit's destroyed, but that 20 wasn't really an issue, right?
Yeah,
Don't people
good
do
luck
that?
ever buying another vehicle,
You know
or a
what?
house, or anything.
You know, that's really not true anymore, though.
Yeah,
it's changed.
Yeah,
they'll still let you go with a
well,
bankruptcy on you.
I mean, I'm not going to say that you have, if you're in almost bankrupt and trying to make your way out of it, you have less of a shot of getting a loan for something than if you file bankruptcy and get rid of all that debt and then go try to get it anymore. Because there's two things they look at. One, you don't have any other debt. Two, you can't file bankruptcy for 7 years.
Do they not ask how you don't have any other debt?
No, they know. They know that, but I'm just telling you that's how whacked out this world is.
Yeah.
So I mean,
we're like, he doesn't have any other debt.
Yeah.
And what would you say, income coming in?
Well, no, he can't. They can't file for bankruptcy for 7 years.
Oh, right.
So they can't go. They're basically going to have to make those payments.
Sure.
Unless it's a house. If it's a car. Which they're 7 years now, probably.
Right.
Hey, I got another one though. I'll go ahead.
I worked with a guy who thought he considered himself a financial genius because he got a house, and he's like, this is the house I'm going to live in for the rest of my life. He got a few vehicles. He's like, I got all the vehicles I need. I don't plan on traveling real far. So as these vehicles age and get older and break down, whatever, he was a mechanic too. So he's like, I can fix them. He got everything he thought he needed. Blam, filed bankruptcy. And he is like, now all my assets are protected. They can't come seize them. And
Really?
yeah, sure, my credit's destroyed, or at least at this point it's destroyed. But he's like, I don't need anything. And he thought he was got a clean slate after that. I don't know how that's worked out for him over the years.
I can't imagine.
Not something that I would do personally.
That is not a good.
Because
here's the deal: is if you got a house, unless you reaffirm that debt, if you owed money, they're going to take your house.
That's what I thought.
And they're going to take your cars.
Yeah.
I
thought bankruptcy meant like you won't be in jail.
You can keep your house and file bankruptcy, but if you owe money on it, you still got to make the payments.
Right.
You don't get to just quit making payments.
Which I'm sure he did.
Bankruptcy.
Right.
Yeah.
You just keep making payment. Gotcha.
But here's another one that I think it would be interesting to hear y'all's take on this. Critical thinking skills. Now, first of all, did you learn any critical thinking skills in high school?
No. And also, I went to Canadian high school. They didn't even have the SAT type tests, where it's like, I don't even know what that's about. I don't even know what an SAT is, to be fair, to be totally honest with you.
They
no
had
idea.
their own thing up there.
I didn't get it. No placement test at all.
Well, up there,
that was you.
Oh, that was me. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I had. That's what my paraprofessional told me.
Up there, like if I remember right, it's not required like the ACT is here. This is a college placement test. Up there, it's more, are you interested in going to college? If so, then you got to take this placement test. It's a
I don't
more
know anybody who
voluntary
took
system.
it. People that went to college too. Yeah, Jen went to college. She didn't. But you graduated in America though, high school. Yeah. So if you graduated in high school in America and took an ACT or something like that, and then went to Canada. I don't know. I never was asked, never given the option.
Well,
I was gearing up.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Critical thinking.
Well, when you're talking about critical thinking, I think it's become much more important in today's world than it's ever been. I said, a regurgitation of stuff that's presented to you is not what we need anymore.
Right.
Because there's so much junk, trash that's put out there for reality or truth that you've got to be able to disseminate that stuff.
It's not real.
And you can't do that by, you've got to be able to think critically to do that.
For sure.
I think hand in hand with that is being taught how to properly digest media.
Yes.
Too. Because if you're going around consuming bad media, you're doing a disservice to this country, just as if all you ate was McRib sandwiches every day. A bad nutritional diet is just as bad for this country is bad for this country just as a bad media diet. Both of those things are bad decisions, and you're doing a disservice to your fellow your fellow man and woman by being by not being able to not just eat well, but to
know fake news when you see it,
to recognize fake news.
And that's
I'm not
exactly
saying
what I'm talking about.
If you like CNN, fine.
Yeah.
Watch CNN. If you like Fox News, fine. Watch Fox News, but at least be able to call some nonsense when you see it. You know?
That's not true. Like you were talking about. Oh, please. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that's exactly what I was talking about. There's just so much out there. I mean, you look at, because there's people that get all their news from Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I think most Americans do.
Yeah, and I mean that's just
Yeah.
I mean
that's a bad media.
If you see, and then the worst part is you see something that's taken off. It's like Facebook has censored this because this has been identified as false and whatnot. And people are like, see, they're covering up the truth.
Yeah.
It's like Elon Musk says they're aliens.
As in
there are aliens.
Yeah, as in Facebook somehow is the holder of truth. Out there.
Yeah. They leave it in the hands of us.
we got time for any more?
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
Just a couple
We
of
have
them.
a clear
I think
schedule.
this is an interesting one that would be good for everybody. Should learn this. What to do in an emergency.
Okay.
Everybody ought to know what to do.
Panic.
Basic CPR.
Yeah, basic CPR.
That's fair.
I think that's a good thing.
Agreed.
Would be great to be taught in high school. So you know what, you got to keep a refresher on
Why
it.
wouldn't they make that like a mandatory thing, or at least an incentive behind it? Like, hey, you get volunteer hours. Like I had to do volunteer hours. I don't know if they did. Do they do that in American high school?
No, but there's a part of the LEARNS Act, this state education bill that Governor Sanders is pushing would require high school students to complete 75 hours of community service before they can graduate.
Is
I know
that a
other
bad
states
thing?
do that.
Is
No,
people
that's
against
great.
it?
I
Sure.
think there are. Yeah, absolutely.
Huh.
Again, it's the land of freedom. You know,
If you don't want to do community service, you shouldn't have to.
then
I
you
guess.
shouldn't have to is the idea. But
Yeah.
I think that is one of the, hey, again, this is we are also citizens of this country, and we all owe this country something, and 75 hours community service is pretty light bill.
I was bummed out when I learned and had to do it, but I'm glad I did. You know what I mean? And the few things that I did to cover up that time, I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. But yeah, like imagine, okay, so that's in there, the CPR, you can take the CPR class, and that takes off 10 hours or something like that.
Right.
Like things incentivize that type of thing. 100%.
Yeah. So I got a couple more.
Yeah.
Good?
And first, it's a good point that you made, though. That's a good thing to have on a list, because I think now in emergency, most people's reaction is to pull out their smartphone and start videoing it.
Right. Yeah. I did a pro tip the other day that said if you are in an emergency situation and there's a crowd of people there, point to somebody and say, you call 911.
Yeah.
Because if you go, somebody call 911, everybody's like, well, my camera's rolling.
Yeah.
I can't call it at the same time as my camera's rolling.
And most people are followers.
Yeah.
So they're waiting for that order to be given.
Yeah.
And I've seen that before and been in those situations where you tell somebody to do something in an emergency.
Oh,
they're like, they'll get into action.
Yeah.
They ain't going to be the leader.
Right.
It's the idea is not crossing their mind. They just need somebody to tell them.
Yeah. You point at somebody, and then if they don't, then it's all crumbling down on them. Like, you got to. Anyway.
How about this one? I really, as I've gotten older, I really think this is very important. The art of conversation.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I think it's a good mixture of kids these days. Like, for some reason, there's kids that are like addicted to the Nintendo Switch and they go crazy, but they can also have a conversation with you really well. I don't know. I think I'm talking younger kids at this point, not high school age. But I think, I don't know. I would imagine that there's a lot of nerd basement style kids that can't have a conversation. All they care about is the Fortnite or whatever, but indeed they can talk to you and look you in the eye. I don't know, something about today's kids. I don't know many, even the ones that are
I see some that are really good at it.
Yeah.
I see some that are really bad at it.
Okay.
And I think we ought to just be able to talk to each other. We look each other in the eye. If somebody like me, some old man comes up to you, and is just saying, hello, how are you doing? You should be able to say, how are you? My name's Greg.
Yeah.
Should be able to look up from your phone at least.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And I, and carry on a conversation with somebody if they're sitting there, talking to you or trying to talk to you.
There's plenty of adults who have let that
that
skill slip.
That's exactly
or they
right.
take it too much. There's plenty of times that are not this is not the time or place for a conversation.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. I think everybody's missed the mark on that one. I think.
Sure. Yeah. How about last one.
Yeah.
There are some others, but I just skipped through
Okay.
some. Good time management.
Yeah.
Is that? I mean,
I did
is
not
that not
learn
a
none of
skill?
that.
I mean, I've taken those continuing education courses since I've become a CPA.
Mhm.
You know, I want a lot of time management skills because even sitting in my office, you know, there are things, you know, in certain things they tell you that just make so much sense.
Yeah.
You know, if you take every phone call, you're going to be answering phone calls all day long.
Yeah.
Or you can have all those phone calls written down for you, and you can recall them all at one time.
Right.
I think that's one of the things that when you think of a truly successful person, I'm not talking about somebody who just got a little bit of fame on TikTok or somebody who works even 80 hours a week at Goldman Sachs and makes, $15 million a year. I'm not talking about that person either, but someone you think in your life that is truly successful, time management is probably the number one thing that they, and I some of the folks that I've considered really successful, not people that I know personally, but people I listen to on a podcast or people whose books I've read and stuff there. What always amazes me is how much stuff they do and how many things. There's a couple people in particular who I like. I feel like I have no time for TV,
right?
And I know that's a bit of a trope, a cliche to say I got time for TV, but I literally feel like I don't have it. Yet I know people who are way smarter, way more successful, way more active, do more exercise, do more this, do more everything than I do, and still sit down and watch a couple of hours of TV a night.
Yeah,
and that's just time management. They have been so efficient in their day. They still have a couple of hours at night that they can catch up on their favorite shows and talk about that too.
I'm a big list guy. I like to, if I'm going to have a lot of things to do in one day more than the normal, I will like to write a list down like at my phone and crossing things off and stuff. But I imagine a job like yours, Greg, like especially when you were in the thick of it, man, tax season, that was probably super important. Like it would be super easy to fritter an entire day away at a desk because you have a stack like this and it's all number. Like you're good with numbers. It's what you got into. But I'm sure I'm bored by them. I'm sure you get bored by them every once in a while.
Well, I don't. I really don't get bored by them. But the thing about it is, you've got. As I got more up and got my own business, you have employees, you have work, you have your personal life, you have clients, and you got to mesh all that stuff into a day, every day. And some days it's more about personal, some days it's more about clients, some days it's about employees, some days it's about work. I mean, there were days when I just shut my door and told them don't bother me,
right? Because
I had something I had to get done,
right?
But being a good time manager is a daily thing, and you have to learn that skill and be able to use it almost automatically. It just becomes something, if you have to think about time management all the time, then you're spending too much time thinking about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm terrible at it. Then my time is a whirlwind of who knows what. Like I eat inconsistently. I do my enjoyment things inconsistently. The things that I have to do, not at work. I think I've got things down here pretty well, but home life. That's the thing where the time management goes. Sometimes I find myself it's 9 o'clock. I haven't eaten yet.
Yeah.
I watched a thing, or I wanted to watch a thing, and I did too much other stuff. You know what I mean? Like even just for pleasure.
Yeah.
I can't. It's a tough one for me.
Well, one of the things I've found is that the busier I am, the better I manage my time.
Right.
If I have screw off time, I usually screw it off.
Yeah.
And so
it's hard not to. I mean, I think we live in a world that's more distracting than ever before.
Yeah.
It's easy to just get lost down a rabbit hole, and before you know it, 2 hours have passed and you got like nothing done.
Exactly. Yeah. Or 40 minutes of radio pass and you've said nothing at all.
That's right. Tony just texted me and said time management is a spiritual gift.
It's a spiritual
gift. And it's probably true.
Yeah.
That's really probably true.
Yeah.
One more thing I want to talk about kids and for all of us, and I'm going to end this up by saying, when I was in school, I went through all those, science, math, English, all that stuff. You know what I wish I would have done, taken the time to do, is been in FFA and Agri.
Right.
And which I never was, and also been in home ec.
Yeah.
And I, those two things. And the last thing that I was going to talk about is basic cooking skills. Just know how to heat up, boil water.
Yeah.
I mean,
cook an egg.
Yeah.
I think that's the first thing that anybody should do if you're trying to learn to cook, right? Is cook an egg.
Yeah.
They're better for you that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just think that's something that it's easily overlooked, but it's a very important thing.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that
known people that have, apart from fish sticks and fries from the freezer, that is it.
Yeah.
Sure.
That is it.
I think a lot of those vocational things, though, that's another one of these things I look forward to with this Learns bill is that if this passes, high school students will be able to take certain vocational classes or technical classes as a substitution to more of the core classes. And here's the thing, as I know, everybody should know some math and know some science, but let's say, do you really need to take pre-algebra in high school if you plan on being a nurse? I don't think nurses do much algebra work, and I don't know, maybe they do.
I liked some science, but I hated chemistry. I feel like chemistry should be one of those ones that's that should be like a really elective thing.
Yeah. Maybe you don't speech. Well, go to speech if you're going down the course, you're good at working with your hands, and maybe you want to be a welder or an electrician. What the heck is speech class going to do for you?
Right.
I can't imagine much.
That's fair.
It's just there's other countries that have just pound for pound, however this is measured, that have what are considered better educational systems than what we have in the United States. That's one of the big things you see as a theme is they kind of allow kids to go down more specific paths for them.
Well, I think they probably send them down those paths.
Well,
more so in a lot of places like Japan, Germany. I think they probably, at least to a certain extent.
You will be this.
Well, you go to a certain point and you're 12 years old and you test out this way. You're going to be a welder.
Yeah.
Or you're going to be.
They start apprenticeship programs very early,
Yeah.
and yes, there is definitely, and that's where. That is where you could criticize those systems. They do kind of. It's almost like what education in the Soviet Union was literally like, we need this many doctors in the future, so you are going to take the doctor's class. There's plenty of people out there no right being a doctor. They go through medical school their entire life and they got no business.
They
being
can't stand the sight of blood.
Something as simple as that.
That's just a trait of somebody.
But that is literally how education in the Soviet Union was. Is you're 5 years old, we're going to go ahead and put you on this path. It removes all freedom. Here in the United States, we do have a very free education system where you got enough slack to do something really well. You might have enough to hang yourself. But then, afterwards.
Exactly. What if you do hang yourself with it afterwards? If I was,
your right to do that.
I guess so. But at the end of the day, you should know math. At least some portion of it.
Some, yeah.
But
more consumer math is what.
Yeah.
I took trigonometry in high school. I don't know why. For the challenge, I passed it, but it was very, very difficult.
Yeah.
And all I can think of is, why did I take trigonometry when I should have just taken the consumer math that they offered? Well, I had no plans to ever be a mathematician.
Yeah.
One of the things I think about those kind of classes, though, and I know this is kind of opposite of what we're talking about. It teaches you how to learn.
Yeah. It teaches
and how to study.
That's true.
And there's some classes that. And I know you took them, y'all took them too, that you just kind of, and just made good grade, just because they were easy, But some of these classes,
they're meant to
prepped you for your entire life,
right.
as far as preparing you to do something. Not necessarily that it was a something that you had to have that you're using now. I don't use trig either.
Yeah,
I still use algebra a lot.
Sure,
but and one of the things I was going to mention real quick, you're talking about, before this Learns bill happened, schools were already doing this thing in partnership with college. I mean, I believe, and I may be mistaken, but I believe that they've got it set up where now you can actually have your CNA by the time you get out of high school.
I believe that our Penelope, our board op, I believe that she, if I understand right, she will have all the hours she needs for her associate's degree by the time she's completed high school. Now, of course, she plans that she has a liberal arts future in mind, so that makes sense. Get that. Well, and an associate's degree, hey, that's easy enough for everybody to get. It's only 60 hours of classes, not a big deal. But that through partnerships with community colleges, the fact that she can have a degree that took me 2 years. I was 20 when I got it. She can be 18 and have it. That's pretty big.
I just wonder, like, given the choice, I would have never taken pre-cal. I had the choice, of course. I decided to take that one. And would I use any type of calculus even if I did well in it, which I didn't? I failed it. And I didn't apply myself. I just decided I was bad at math. That's what it is. If I sit here today saying I'm bad at math, it's because I decided however long ago that I was bad at it and I didn't want to do it. How about passing pre-cal? Maybe you're not going to use the calculus later in life, but you will use that discipline that you use, like that teaches other things other than what's in the actual class. And giving, I'm with you. I think a more tailored, you can maybe choose your way. If you don't want to do chemistry, if that's not something that interests you at all, you shouldn't spend an entire semester learning chemistry. But at the end of the day, it also teaches you to do things you don't want to do. Some discipline,
which is huge. And I think a lot of people struggle with that. A lot of, I've worked with a lot of people, and I've heard this a lot from my wife, just from people who complain, not her, but people she's worked with who are just like, I don't like my boss, I'm gonna quit my job. It's like, oh, you think your next job you're gonna just love your boss, be best friends with your boss? No, that's a big thing. You're gonna have that. I look back, I had teachers that I absolutely disliked, but you know what? I appreciate it now a little bit older. Is I was glad that I stuck with those teachers, no matter how much I disliked them, and maybe they disliked me, but I passed their classes, and it helped teach me, the rest of my life when I'm going to be around people that I dislike, and I have to just deal with it. And you got to have some strength about it, you know. But I don't know. I wish. I think America's well posed to have like a more mixed system. Your two best education systems in the world are generally flip-flops between Finland, South Korea. You couldn't have two systems that couldn't be more apart on the spectrum. South Korea, people go to school like 12 hours a day, then they go to tutoring for like another 6, and they sleep like 4 hours. Very structured. You go to this class, that class, that class. Finland, they don't do bells. They don't do classes. They have classes. You just figure out which one you want to go to. So let's say if you're somebody that just like welding interests you, well, you just hang out in the welding shop all day long, and eventually either you're going to be part of it, or you're going to realize, you know what, I don't want to do this. Let me go back to chemistry class and go hang out in there.
It's just the basic stuff at a young age.
Yes, I'm talking about the high school level. High school, that's where
this begins.
This stuff really matters. You got to do all your reading, writing, arithmetic at an early age, all that stuff for sure. But both those systems, I feel like we could incorporate into.
Well, and I think they're doing that more and more.
They are.
Obviously, you see that with the. And I'm going to say the wrong word. The machine, whatever they got at Locksburg, that Kostad has over at Locksburg, it's just that's a great program. For it helps you with all kinds of trades as far as manufacturing jobs in the area, and
industrial maintenance, things like that.
All that kind of stuff.
And when you need that kind of workforce, if you ever want to have that kind of industry around here too, and the ones that are, I know people that have gone through Kostad's industrial maintenance or engineering program, working at Domtar making 6 figures a year.
Oh yeah,
it's 6 figures in Southwest Arkansas. You home on the weekends, not
that's
too
great.
bad.
Yep,
not too bad.
Man, it's just all this talk just makes me realize I was such a bad student, terrible student, man. Terrible student. I didn't ever do homework. Ever. I just all my teachers knew I don't do homework. That's my thing. All right.
Some structures obviously need it. Like we need civil engineers.
Yeah.
We need people building the cities of the future. We need rocket scientists. We need epidemiologists. We need if you want to be an epidemiologist when you grow up, you don't need to be hanging out in the welding shop.
Right.
All right. You don't need to be hanging out with FFA.
Yeah.
But we also need welders, industrial maintenance people, plumbers, electricians, carpenters, all those things too.
Yeah, absolutely.
What am I supposed to be?
You got to figure that
out. What I'm doing right this very second is not needed. We don't need this.
Sure, everybody needs it.
Yeah. I don't think we need
you
this.
See, look how many people we got on Facebook Live. There's 3.
There's 2.
Oh, 2. Yeah. I'm sorry, I
At the very
exaggerated.
least, you're paying your taxes, right? So that goes to the greater good.
Yeah, but that's my drug money that I'm using for that.
Well, I think overall, I think the high schools do a really good job. I just think that it's probably something that as we move forward, we can maybe, and I think they are trying to get better.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think, I don't know, the schooling, and we don't have any time. We got to get out of here. But the schooling needs a revamp, right? And that's what we see locally, man. We see like both, Costa River. I mean, all the schools are great in the area.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that. But the two that spring to mind, Kdqn, Costa River, both doing like some thing, advancing on.
Yeah, Horatio too.
Horatio, yeah,
adding a lot of innovation.
Yeah,
I mean, I think Horatio is a school, technically a school of innovation.
Right.
We saw that. You guys missed out on it, but we should all go check it out again sometime. Some of the stuff that they offer, like when we did that career technical education day at Kdqn High School. I mean, they got kids that are already learning about civil engineering, about laser cutting, plasma cutting, CNC technology, the DQTV program. I mean, looking at those students, they could easily hop into the newsroom at Little Rock, Dallas, wherever, and they could be running a broadcast television newsroom.
Absolutely.
And I saw, I apologize, I can't remember her name, but a young lady from Horatio won a contest.
Yeah, Kinley Stivers. Yeah.
Kinley Stivers, yeah. And she won a contest and that was using a CNC machine.
Yeah,
right?
it was, yeah.
And
beautiful Razorback emblem on a wooden bench.
Yeah, and doing that. And then, you got Joe Blaze, who's coming to work up here some and worked with us on the basketball games. Really great at doing that in that DQTV program, and what Bo McCaslin's doing with it up there is just amazing.
Absolutely.
Very innovative stuff. A lot of stuff that I am jealous that I did not have access to when I was in high school.
Me too.
I had like wood shop, which I'll tell you, hey, I took 4 years of wood shop in high school, and unfortunately I'm in a position now where I get to use the skills that I learned a lot. Feel very comfortable using all that equipment and stuff, and that's big because there's a lot of things I've done my own roof repairs at my house. If I had a section where it got rotted out and I needed to replace some supports, man, I could do that all day long. I can build my own furniture up there. Jen asked me to build something.
On the roof?
Not on the roof.
Oh, okay.
Furniture. This is my spice rack.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough. We got to get out of here. It's time for your day's reminders, obituaries, and weather, all that good stuff. Guys, Bailey Discount Building Supply brings you this long-winded, insane conversation about how bad we all were in school. No, Greg was good. I guess Patrick was good, too.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wasn't as good as I could have been.
Yeah.
How's that?
Well,
but you go to Bailey's,
you'll
and
learn.
you can be the best you can be in DIY.
Absolutely. So source your building materials locally, and also give them a like and share on Facebook if you would. It goes a long way. We want to drive as many people over to that great Facebook page, Bailey Discount DQ, on there. Thank you guys so much for listening, Facebook Live, and everybody. For Patrick and Greg and Jen, I'm Tyler. This has been the Morning Brew Crew. God bless you. We'll find something funny tomorrow.
I got to tell you about my realtor experience.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Have a great day.
Your number one country, 92.1, is